Oh god, everything's on fire!
Wait a minute.
Deal with the bloody
Wait a
tree.
minute. This isn't 10 spells. This is 8. Oh, he lied. No, I know. I remember you telling me that you accidentally said 10.
Yeah.
I remember.
The other one also has in the description 10 spells, and it also doesn't have 10 spells. I was like, I really had the number 10 on the mind when I was creating this.
Oh, it's like the vampires all over again.
Oh, dear.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay! Don't know what that was. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah. Did anyone else say Warhammer Furry Roleplay?
Warhammer Furry
No.
Roleplay. We're playing as a group of beastmen. No,
Oh, gee.
we are here today, playing Warhammer Roleplay. I'm going in circles. I'm joined here by the lovely group that I'm joined by all the time. I normally never do an intro like this. I don't know why I decided to do it now, but it's happening. But what did we get up to last time?
Oh, you don't remember?
Well,
Right. I guess it was just me and Philippe here for the full amount. Connor was here for a bit, but he wasn't here for the full time. Right.
Positive for the majority of it.
Yeah, just not the last bit with the wolves going away. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh no, I was still here. I was just letting you guys deal with combat because I was
was
tired.
just sitting, and you still have this spear that wants you, or you want
yeah.
the spear.
Yeah. Right. Did we start? We started at the Wizards. Welcome back. Did we start at the Wizards of the Wine? I believe we did. Well, Philippe got was all a very muddy boy. He went off to buy a cup, and he got his cup, and then he fell asleep in the dirt, and then he woke up and he got on his horse. Then he rode down the street and he threatened some people, and then he went to a winery to get drunk.
He
and
metagamed.
then he noticed that his friends were nearby, and then. He came and met up with us, and
Hey,
then he saw that there was a bunch
leg
of
shot.
like hippies after we had a nap, and he was like, "I want to kill those hippies," and everybody was like, "Don't kill the hippies." And he's like, "I'm going to kill the hippies," yeah, and then he was like, "I won't kill the hippies." He's like, "Good boy." So we didn't kill the hippies, and then there was a fist fight between a naked guy and a half-naked woman, pretty erotic. And then we got a nice stone out of that. They gave us a nice little seed. It was great, and we all had a little dance. And then we went south and we saw a big tree after going past some graves. Conan was like, "Oh, that grave over there has got a spear in it." And we were like, "Stop listening to the voices in your head! Get over here!" And we yelled at him, and then we dragged him up to the tree, and then there was a bunch of sticks, and we killed the sticks, and we played with some puppies. The priest magically appeared out of nowhere, and then Conan decided he was going to do nothing, have a little sit down. And then I got an axe, and I swung it into a tree just to see. The tree then killed everything.
Ah,
And
shit, the X.
Then
I knew I forgot something.
Oh, I exist now. Wonderful.
and I think I accurately and very well, perfectly described that. I don't think anyone's going to be confused.
Just to clarify, I've got to keep Connor on a leash so he doesn't go after the spear.
Hey,
I'm
we're
already
going to
gone, mate.
investigate the spear. We're going to investigate the spear. We promised them. We're on the way down.
I do remember it's like the book was like, oh, and the gem is like, no, not the gem. The treasure you're looking for from the cards is buried under the corpse near the tree.
Yeah.
When the adventurers find it, that's how they get like one of the treasures of the cards. And you were like, I'm gonna hit the ground with the axe to create a hole to put the gem in there. And I was like, oh, you find the treasure.
I was like, oh.
Like how you unintentionally like found the treasure. I was like, very
I
good.
was trying to heal a tree.
Blood tree.
Yeah.
So you got the
Chris.
icon of Ravenloft, something of ravens.
Chris, have you decided how many vials is like appropriate for me to fill up here? Can I fill up all my empty vials?
Oh, well, the tree
From
was
the
very
tree?
bloody, yeah.
I've got 6 empty vials.
Yeah. Mckadow is like 3 blood or something, though, because it is not
Okay.
normal blood.
Okay, 4 vials, 3
Three
vials,
blood.
4. That brings me up to 4 blood vials.
blood.
4
Nice.
vials of 3 blood. Is it 3 vials? No. So yeah, you found the holy symbol of Ravenkind, a sun-shaped platinum amulet, sacred to the good-hearted faithful of Barovia. It's It's a wondrous item, legendary, and it requires a evaluate to find out what it does.
I knew someone had a
Fuck
spell
that.
that could identify things.
Fuck that. We're heading straight back to ask them about it.
Yeah, so you were about to put the magical seed gem you found into like the ground, but then you stumbled across the actual like amulet. Would you have continued with like putting the seed in the ground?
I did do that. You said it didn't do anything.
Yeah. It's just double checking to see if you like still have the gem on you or if you just left
Yeah.
it there, pretty much.
No, I made sure and grab it again.
Okay, cool. Phone
I
shut up.
didn't do nothing. I didn't sense nothing going with the winds of magic. Didn't bring it back, so I took it out of the ground.
Does druid stuff use winds of magic though?
Yeah,
So
except for only holy stuff is different. Everything else is all
Yeah.
winds of magic, baby.
All right.
So yeah, Zolnet, you followed the party. You're with them at this dead-looking tree that is oozing out like blood. There
Was
was
I
a
attempting to heal Peter because he got effed up?
yeah. Where did we leave Peter? At the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you have come with the party or would you have stayed at the house then?
If Peter was in a stable condition, I would have left
He
him.
was stable, yeah.
Because you were still here when we were like with the spear and stuff like that, right? This is just further up the hill.
he left.
Was he?
He had to leave when the totem area got caught on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
And
He
he
was,
was ready-
there
he
in
was
the
ready
stone
to
ring and
comet.
stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't there for the graves, right?
The graves was before the
No,
ring.
yeah. No, that was after.
No, the graves were before.
Yeah,
we
that was
got to
before the
druid
ring.
thing.
That was the first step up
I
the
left
mountain.
while the druids were chanting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I'd just be with them, I guess. Yeah.
So, you also like you were still there when there was like a weird curtain of fog on like one side that showed like a city and stuff like that. You guys went to try to go through it.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That was
Yeah, that's
before I even found the graves.
that big curtain of fog is just like dominating the western side. Still, as you're making your way down this hill, you see this faint image of a city and the church bells and whatnot. And you make your way back all the way down the hill to go back towards the winery, the vineyard.
Yeah.
A spear.
As long as
Oh
we
yeah,
don't,
the spear.
yeah. the
I'm not
spear.
gonna let you forget like 7 different fucking magical items, Chris. This is not happening.
If he gets
Uh,
corrupted, I am hitting him with a comet.
Where's my axe?
He didn't
have
have
it.
time to make it. He forgot about it.
It's in your inventory.
Just axe. Just put
Is it?
miscellaneous.
Is it available? Let's have a look.
So yeah, I'm just gonna do this verbally. I'm not gonna bring the map back up, but you make your way
Like,
down the
yeah.
hill, and as you get closer to the foot of the hill, closer to the graves, you hear like voices again. Conna, this spear beckoning towards you.
I
You
smell
want it?
out like a bloodhound.
It wants you, and it is seemingly coming from one of the grave sites, one of the barrows.
Wants him? Like, how does it want him?
Like a woman wants a good glass of wine. What the fuck do you think? It wants to spill blood.
Possibly. Or go up your ass. Either one's possible.
Blood.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Also,
I sniff out like a bloodhound, Chris.
Okay.
I've got my friends close though. They're close to me there, but I'm leading the way.
Yeah, it is easy for you to find.
Like a truffle pig.
So you see like Conna just hunting down this whatever he's looking for and heading towards one of these graves, the same one he was standing by earlier when you were going up the hill.
I'm gonna, in case it's another one of these tree fucking things or Slanesh, I'm gonna have the axe that I got from the tree raised like right above the grave.
Well, you can say right above my head then.
That's what I thought as well.
Putting down old Yella.
Yep, pretty much.
I'm gonna have the statue ready to poke it with a statue.
Gonna
Okay.
He's gonna
Just
just
in
stick
case it's a
the
vampire.
statue in me. But yeah,
Yeah, and as you
If he gets
Uh,
corrupted, I am dropping a comment on him immediately.
obviously I'm being very vocal, letting everybody know what I'm doing, and you know I let them. Oh yeah, 'cause the statue.
Mhm.
As you get
Thought about
closer,
that.
Conna, you feel the presence of this spear. You know exactly where it is.
I know exactly where it is. It's there.
Points at one of the graves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know which grave it is. Like, we were trying to get to it earlier.
What do? Do you start digging up the grave? Do you leave it alone?
I don't know. Isn't it disrespectful to fucking dig up a grave?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty disrespectful.
Yes. Just make me a flat out willpower, Connor.
Will do once I get my sheet up.
Oh shit.
I've got my
I
sheet.
feel like we should buy him some shirts just so he can rip them off when there's a dramatic moment.
Well, it's raining at the moment, so I'm just there in the rain.
Oh yeah, fighting shirtless in the rain.
Would you like
Classic.
that? Just some shirts for you to tear off for dramatic effect.
I mean, they'd probably affect my tattoos, so no. But if Gris would allow it, then yeah.
Also,
Marginal
you failed
failure.
miserably,
Not
digging
armor.
like a madman.
You're like, you're thinking about digging up this grave, but you're kind of struggling with yourself. Like, is this right to like dig up a grave? And before you know it, you're holding one of the rocks in your hands, and you've already started digging up the grave.
Why didn't I just use my shovel?
I've got a shovel.
It's stone. It's a bunch of stones piled up on each other. It's not a dirt mound.
Why didn't I just use my shovel? Just start hitting it with right. Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Yada da da da.
Standing over him, shaking my head with the axe raised.
Okay, you're sliding the stones away, and you see, surprise, surprise, a spear.
Oh! Is there any
Definitely has a sense of magic coming off it. It is not a strong sense. This spear seems to have been laying here for a good while. It is all like mossy and covered in overgrowth.
Should I pick it up or?
Does it feel corrupty?
Hang on. Chris,
It,
does this seem like a nasty piece of magic or something?
To you, Alucard, with your more than human senses and your taste for blood, the smell of fresh, delicious blood is emanating strongly from this spear.
Probably corn.
Do you want me to pick it up or am I not touching it? Or...
Can I?
I'm asking you because I ain't touching it.
Can I use my tongue, Chris?
Your tongue whip.
The big long one, just help and pick it up.
Sure. That's what
Alright.
you want to do.
Yeah,
Whip out your- that's like a mutation that you have.
it's a
right?
mutation. Yeah.
You just lick the spear out of the grave.
It smells like.
Didn't think I would ever say that. Yeah, it's like it's old looking, like ancient, but still, it still looks of good quality. Like it's been maintained over the years. Like the spear tip is not rusty looking. It's just a shiny metal spear.
A shiny tip.
The shaft of the spear is made
yeah.
out of this like it's made out of wood, but it is this blood red pine wood kind of deal.
I'll put the
Mahogany.
I'll put the axe in the ground and I'll take it off my tongue, obviously, and be like, "Well, it's not holy, obviously. It didn't burn me." I'll sort of like spit it in my hand and it's like, hang on, and I'll do like a channeling Gris to see if anything special going on here.
Okay. Give me a channeling roll.
What's that? Spear? I should
An astounding success.
burn all the
I
orphans.
have a lot of willpower, baby.
Okay.
The orphans, Morty. Think of the orphans.
You feel you get a sense of magic from this weapon. It is definitely a magic weapon, and you think that it has some sort of power imbued within it that increases the chance to hit with it.
So it's just like my other spear.
Seems like it.
Is it possessed though?
Don't no. You heard voices? What were they saying? Just to find the spear?
They were saying the spear wants to Spill blood, I think? I think that's what you said last time, Grace. I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
the best of my ability.
Do not trust
Yeah.
that. It sounds like something Corn would do.
I mean,
Yeah.
every weapon wants to spill blood. That's what they're made for.
Well, there is
What
one
about
thing we can
blunt
do.
weapons? They
I
don't exist to
don't
spill
feel too
blood.
right about it, but
Of
there is
course they
one thing I
do.
can try here.
They're made to crush bone, and you know, crushing bone spills blood.
Great.
Yeah.
Gotta reach into my rat bag. Well, what I think is a rat summoning bag.
The grey bag?
Yeah,
Oh.
gotta reach into there.
Okay. Where is that in your inventory?
It's above the herb pouch. I have to roll this, apparently. I rolled a 7.
Okay. Grey bag of tricks. A 7.
Yeah. Oh no. Why are you laughing?
The bag drops onto the floor like it becomes too big for you to just hold it in one hand.
Oh!
It expands, and the direwolf comes out.
Hey! Hey guys, look! I thought this thing summoned rats, what the fuck?
He just like howls at the moonlight as it comes out of the bag. It looks very confused. It's like sniffing around, like snarling.
Is it friendly, or what's happening here?
Hang on.
Hello, friend. It's friendly now.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
What fluffles is this? 7.
I don't want to do this. I was going to stab a rat. I thought this thing, like, made rats appear, but apparently it summons animals. It's a bag I found that, like, summons things. It's pretty cool. I thought it summoned rats, but direwolf. I don't want to stab a direwolf with this thing. I was going to see if it, like, drained blood or something. It's like it sends blood on it. Conan, come here.
1 sec.
Are you gonna stab me?
Well, I was going to nick you.
Let me quickly check my health.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think I'm actually injured. Okay, good.
Okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. Hold it a finger.
Okay.
I prick him with the spear. Hold out your toe.
Oh no!
Crushes them.
Oh, this hit me too hard.
Too real, man. Too real. Too soon.
Yeah. It's drinking me like a milkshake.
It just sucks you dry.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
So yeah, you just like a little prick.
Yeah. A little prick.
Bitch.
It immediately like
Put enough of my Philippe. Sorry.
it immediately like draws blood with like the slightest touch. The
Oh.
blade seems extremely sharp.
Holy crap. This is a dangerous spear.
Motherfuck.
Have fun with that. Catch. No, don't throw it. but I pretend to. I do one of those things where you keep it in your hand when you go to throw.
Like Zoro in the sword shop where he just chucks the sword in the sky and reaches out his arm and everybody's losing their shit.
It's in the bone.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
god.
I hand him back the spear. There you go.
I just thought of something.
Seems alright. Just, keep an eye on it.
Grace, can I do evaluate?
Okay.
If his head starts spinning and he vomits pea soup, I'm commenting him.
I have a direwolf.
Evaluate. Which one is? I
So that
think
you want to scratch
this
it?
one.
Don't
Yes,
kick
it's
you
a
in the ass,
spear.
priest.
Failure, no.
Mm.
You don't know what's special about it, but you get a blood spear.
Oh,
Hmm.
you haven't made the blood spear, have you?
No.
Fuck sake. Do you want to just put a spear in my inventory then? Just put blood spear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what it does.
Ah, it's the woman spear. It makes you bleed.
Seems to be more accurate than most spears, like you said.
I'm
Yeah,
just
incredibly
comparing it to
sharp.
my. I'm just comparing it to my other spear.
And it
like,
stinks of blood, so this thing's been used before.
Hmm. I thought
I'm
it's
surprised
a thought, but I don't know if
that,
it's a good idea.
I'm surprised how well maintained it is for a spear that's been, pardon me, in the ground.
Is there a corpse in there, Chris?
In the grave, there is
Yeah.
like a remains of what used to be a corpse, but it is mainly like withered away bones and stuff. Whatever was in there for a long time, or whoever, I guess.
Considering I'm from a land full of undead, I am undead, and I've been fighting undead a lot. Can I see if I can guess, like roughly estimate how long this person's been in this grave?
Okay.
What would be more appropriate for that? Be a perception, but I think it'd be more like memory-wise, like intelligence sort of thing, but not straight up intelligence, maybe.
A lore thing, maybe? Lore.
Lore.
You have
You have
lore.
Lore Musalon, don't you?
And that's
Lore.
lore vampires or something like that.
I have lore, Musalon, Reichland, Warfare, lore, Heldry, and folklore, and chaos, and Altdorf.
Oh yeah, you picked that one last time.
I was about to say, what the fuck's the reading ledgers? I'm like, oh yeah, my glasses.
Musalon might be the most appropriate one, like
Yeah.
you said.
Your boy out here looking like fucking Beast out of X-Men.
I want
Just
to.
the
I want to get this right.
Wham,
Nice.
bam,
Perfect.
bam, lamb.
You know that it's been the remains. There's barely like any remains left. Like not even enough to resurrect as like a undead minion. It would just be like fall apart. It is that far
Yeah.
gone. So it's been here for like a long time, since it was just like preserved on the rocks and not so much in ground to keep it like more preserved. It is hard to tell how many years, but you think like longer than like an average human's lifespan that's alive now, so
Yeah.
like over 100 years ish.
Over a century old. I wonder
That
where that-
spear is evil, I tell you. Evil. Evil.
Oh, come on, Preach. You think everything's fucking evil.
You said that about a cat.
Evil.
Oh dear. Anyway, he has a spear now. We've desecrated the grave. Anyway, I start putting the stones back.
It's been a good day.
Okay. Does anybody help?
Yeah, of course.
No, but I'm gonna pray to Sigmar that spear's not chaotic, because Connor's been influenced enough.
I don't know what you're on about, mate. Nothing to influence this mine. I can
But-
still trap.
What are you doing, Philippe?
I'm just like, I'm just watching them. Like, I've had a good fight, and there's I'm just watching them. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are these doing?
As you're
Aren't you
watching them
thirsty?
like interacting with this grave, rebuilding it, and Soldat saying a prayer, you notice that the direwolf is just looking directly at you, like it has its eyes like locked towards
Yeah, I'm gonna lock onto it.
you. You're gonna lock onto
Look,
it.
I don't know why I said lock. I'm
Staring
gonna look at
contest.
it like.
Why is Philip pulling down his trousers?
What? Oh no.
Oh no.
Staring
What?
contest lock
Yo,
on.
Alucard, your direwolf is just staring at me.
Hmm?
You got your dick out.
The direwolf is just staring at me. can go
I
if
look
you
him up
want.
and down. Is he covered in blood?
Philippe?
Yeah.
I don't believe you're covered in blood, right?
No,
Huh.
Yeah,
I'm
you
mostly
fought the
covered in
You got,
Sleep
you got
off.
any sausages in your pocket?
yeah, you fought the stickmen last, but they were just
Yeah.
sticks.
Yeah. You got any sausages in your pocket?
no.
Feed him.
Aha.
I think
These
it wants to go.
weenies will give me the quick energy I need to escape.
Oh no, that. I'm just gonna stare it down and keep the statue in my hand. Do you not know? I'm gonna put the statue away and have my sword ready.
Okay.
Not actually pull it out, but like have it in the kilt. The kilt?
Have your hand on the hilt.
Yeah, the hand on the hilt. Yeah.
Yeah, it like it sits down and it starts just like licking its paw, like
Okay. I'm gonna do the best thing I can do. Walk up to it, stroke it on its ear.
yeah. And dire wolves in the Warhammer setting, they're not just a normal wolf, but dire. They are like
Big.
they're big and they're
Undead?
yeah.
I
I'm
know,
pretty
I'm-
sure they are like undead, as I'm double checking.
That's why Alucard can command them. That's what happened to Fluffles, remember?
Yeah, direwolves are undead, so this is like, you know, a big zombie wolf.
Yeah, we fought alongside them.
Its skin is like barely hanging on, like fluff is like falling off. It smells.
Just like my toe.
It smells
So it's
Barely
rancid.
got none.
Does it have air behind its tabs?
Yeah.
And a scratch its tab. Ears.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
do
it
I need
starts
them?
like it starts like sniffing you, like just smelling you all over. Like a bit of drool and pus is like oozing out of its mouth.
It's not about Philippe then.
Okay. I'm ready for it if it attacks, but uh-oh.
Lick.
Did you
Oh.
whisper that to the wolf or to
Yeah,
Aidan?
to the wolf.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's gonna cover you in pus and undead
I'm ready to
gunk.
soccer punch it in the face. So
What?
please don't-
Why would you hit a puppy?
It's not a puppy. It's a fucking direwolf.
Every dog was a puppy at one point.
Yeah. I mean, you're covered in like metal armor for the most part, so even if he licks you.
Wow,
Yeah,
see that
fucking-
animal cruelty for no reason.
Yeah, well, I would say you feel like a nasty undead tongue
You smell.
come out, but it's just kind of like licking on your metal plate, like it's licking a window, I guess.
I nudge Conan and I point over at Philippe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Ah, he wasn't even here.
No, I literally just got a phone call. Like, just to fight.
Is his armor rusting?
What's wrong?
Well, moving on, the direwolf walks
No,
away
no.
into the
No,
forest.
go back. Go back. What's wrong?
Your armor seems to be rusting very quickly for some reason.
It licked your armor.
Okay.
Like a lollipop.
Is that does it?
Yeah. And
Okay.
then wandered off.
I'll put my hands in my pocket. Well, I'll unload my hands. You know, I should not flipping try and make movie references.
So do you think that like pulled it from somewhere? It seemed confused.
By unload your hands, do you mean reload your hands like Henry Cavill did in that movie?
Maybe.
No, do you know how we reloaded? I'm just doing the opposite direction in that movie.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
I've seen that clip, but I don't even remember what movie it's from.
It's not Invincible. Mission Impossible.
Okay.
One of them.
Mustache impossible.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. He has a magnificent mustache. He's
Yeah.
got CGI it out perfectly.
Yeah, no problems. No one ever complained.
While I'm praying, I'm honestly gonna ask Sigmar if there's any chance to save Conan.
Oh.
Oh.
Done nothing!
You turned into Celeste fucking Celeste demon, dude. You had a titty.
I don't know if I'll get an answer,
No,
but
he's
I'm hoping. Oh
He's
shit!
Usually
no,
I
do-
fucked no
Did
one
you
as
do a
all
pray
that.
roll earlier?
No, I can do one now.
Do
if
me
you
one
want.
now.
I was about to say, I was like, I haven't done nothing this round. Why? I've been a good boy.
Difficult, so that you slap.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
difficult to reach your gods here.
But you can still
Should be
make
a
it. That's
minus
still a
20,
success.
so 68. Yeah, it's still one success
Actually, that
roll.
was with a minus 20. I did challenging.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, so there should be another minus 20, so 68. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Chris just said.
If it's difficult,
Wait,
it's
what? I
minus
thought you
10.
said difficult. Isn't difficult minus 10, or am I remembering incorrectly?
It is minus 10.
Oh, minus 10. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's just
78.
it's just always difficult. Like you don't get the plus 20 out of combating on magic
78
stuff
then.
here.
He got a 78, so plus 2.
Yeah.
He's fucked.
What do I even get an answer? I might not.
pray to
Sigmar
your
might
god.
have to-
You don't get a response. Like it doesn't really like talk to you. But,
Yeah.
you put a good word in for your friend, and you let the gods know that you have your suspicions that he might be fallen to the dark side.
Well, he kind of is. We straight
Wham.
up saw him turn into a Slanesh underling, so.
Oh, I get it. It's because I'm black. I'm part of the dark side. Ooh.
As he just
Fuck you,
picked up like a blood red spear.
Excuse me, the vampire passed me it with his tongue. Thank you very much. So I am good.
I didn't pass it with my tongue.
Okay, just remember, if at any point Conan says blood for the blood god, we gotta kill him immediately.
I will headbutt him.
Blood for
I mean, I will not.
blood for the Alucard.
That's
Oh,
still
thanks.
a blood
I made
god.
him.
Well, that did sound like the offer of a donation. So
Yeah.
I mean, he already stabbed my finger, so you can like suck that a little bit. There's already a wound there.
what, like fucking Little Shop of Horrors?
Feed me.
If the grieve's covered up, let's head back to the White Wizard of the Way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're done like covering up the grave.
Do you still have the seed of magic?
Yeah, it's right here.
The seed of magic.
I'm gonna need
Take it
you to
out of
put
the
it way up your butt, Morty. I'm gonna need you to put
Morty.
that seed way up in your ass.
Want to see the seed of magic?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it, Alucard, so you can have it in your inventory to simulate that you've actually got it.
Okay.
There you go.
It just disappeared. Someone else just clicked on it, you sluts. Let
Right,
me drag
Pete.
it. Can you post it again?
People, why touch? Don't touch.
No touch,
if you're
no
not
touch.
fucking doing it.
There we go.
I did not. I was looking away from
I
the
got it.
screen, so
Slut.
Now it only hurts when you touch it.
You have it?
Yeah, I got it.
Check
I should-
the quantity.
I already did. It
How
was
many?
0.
Oh, it should be 1.
Oh, yeah, I changed it.
Okay. It could have been 3, because I like...
There is 3.
focused.
Chris, you son of a bitch.
I remember the story. He said the years they had 3.
Yeah, but I mean, the item I created in like a quantity of 3, so you drag it over might have automatically given you 3.
Oh, I thought
Alright,
you were saying that
so-
there was others to find. Okay.
There are, but I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
talking for game weight terms.
Okay, well,
Back to the winery.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so this has been quite well for us. We got what we needed.
We didn't kill anyone. Well,
Yeah.
3 things, but we
I
didn't
mean-
give us much choice. Well, Philippe killed them.
so what
I
did you
stabbed a
find in
tree.
the tree?
The sacks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm just carrying it because, I don't have a whole
what
store.
was the holy item that we got? The
Oh,
relic.
this? The pouch?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really one to touch it right now.
Are you rolling a travel roll, Chris, or is that something else?
Do you want me to touch it?
It's in that pouch. It's on my belt.
Don't you? Okay, I'll touch Alucard's sack and just have a little feel. Whoa.
What are you feeling for? Is this for the amulet that you got out of the
lumps.
tree?
You know, just any lumps to make sure that he's healthy. Well, obviously he can't touch it 'cause it's
I can.
A
It
religious
just,
item.
it's like, like
badge.
imagine picking it, yeah, like something really hot because I'm wearing plate, meal,
Oh,
and
Aidan.
leather and stuff. So it's like I can hold it for like a couple seconds, and it's like
So obviously, as I touch it, I will turn away from Alucard to protect him, and I'm just gonna, make sure that the priest can see what I'm doing. Everybody can see what I'm doing. Like if I'm mentioning anything, you're all seeing what I'm doing, just so I
I'll
don't have
just
to
be-
keep
Okay.
reiterating.
I'll just be
it.
skipping out, singing, "Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of wine."
And I slap him
Yes.
on the head.
So I'm just gonna see, does it do anything when I touch it?
The amulet?
If it's an amulet, yeah. Does it do anything? Like, does it burn when I pee? Like, do I lose an arm? Like, what was happening here? Can I see dead people? Well, I always see dead people. I'm looking out. But what does it do, Gris? Do I feel?
he hasn't made it, so he has to look it up.
Yeah.
I have made it. It exists.
Hey.
Like somebody should have it in their inventory. I gave
Oh,
it
it's
to
probably
somebody.
mine. Let's see.
Well, what's it called specifically?
But I just put the I put the things that it can do in the GM notes
Mhm.
that you guys can see.
What's it called specifically, though?
Yeah.
A holy symbol of Ravenkind.
I just have the icon of Ravenloft.
This thing. Somebody should have
Hey.
it already.
I have that.
Why do you have
Oh,
that?
what a surprise!
The icon of Ravenloft.
Oh, the icon, not a symbol.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't have that.
Sorry, I
I'm
might
just
be away
telling-
for a few minutes. I gotta take care of something.
He's gonna go beat up his wife.
I was telling Destructor that I had it.
Why, Sigmar?
I don't think I have it, Chris. I don't think you gave it to me.
Well, it's in the
Okay.
chat now if you want to quickly
Yeah.
grab it.
If you wanna grab
Let's see. I'll drag it in. We'll see if 2 appear somewhere.
It was created
That's
last
fine.
time already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just I'll give it a go and see if it does anything. Obviously, I'm being the test dummy at the moment for dangerous things.
Yeah, I
Are you
don't
doing
have it, it's on my
an
miscellaneous.
evaluate on it?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, I'm not very good, but I'll give it a go, Chris. Oh.
Well, while you
I've
at
got
it, you
another-
might as well do this one.
Well, it's the only thing I can tell you about it is the same as that sun god shit.
Yes, it's a
76.
talisman. I'll re-roll it. Fuck it.
Oh.
Why not? Ah, 11.
An 11, an astounding success. So you grasp it, and you look it over. You notice some like markings, some symbols on it. They seem to like they entrance you as you look at it, like you're being pulled in by its radiant power. And all of a sudden, Alucard just comes to a dead stop, and you feel like you can't move anymore, Alucard, like you're frozen.
Yeah.
Unlimited power.
And you
What
have
did it say?
discovered that it has the ability to hold vampires. As an action, you can hold a vampire.
Right, you stabbed me with the spear, Ollie. You son of a no. Okay, I immediately like. He's free. He's free. Okay.
Works.
Yeah, you're not sure how to undo the hold vampire thing, but as soon as you let go of the amulet and think to yourself like, be, it just is over and Alucard can move again. And you're
You
still
guys a spell on me, you fuck.
you're still conscious while this happens, Alucard.
Yeah.
It's not like you black out, you're still there, you just are frozen. You can't move your arms, your legs.
Can I talk?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
haven't thought about that.
He could probably like still like his mouth is still, but he can still move his tongue.
Yeah,
Right, it'd be like,
bloody.
Yeah, it would
It is,
be
a,
like
it is a
uh,
mutation as well, my talk.
yeah, it would be like you're stuck in slow motion almost, I guess, like
Yeah.
stuck in time. So you would be able to speak but slower.
Oh, so it's like going through the gate?
It's like you
Of, the town?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
It's a sun-based magic,
Yeah.
or like sun-based.
Well, that kind of
religion.
felt like when I went through the fucking gate.
I'm so sorry. I now know. Well, we know what it does now. It seems to have held you, so maybe it holds others like you.
Put it on yourself.
Yeah, and you feel Alucard, like the grip it had on you, it was quite strong, but you are pretty confident that with like enough willpower you can force your way through it.
Try it
I
again.
I think maybe the priest should wear it.
Yeah, try it again, though.
Okay, I'll do it again.
I want to see if I can break out of it like I did going through the
Okay.
gate.
I will just say to him, "Shit."
is that your code word for activating the thing? Okay. Yep.
I'm doing an Inuyasha. I'm gonna make him like try and.
So, what sort of test is this, Chris? You said willpower, but what level?
You can just flat out use willpower if you want. You can use
Oh.
cool to resist it, or endurance as it is physical as well. But this is specifically made against you and your kind, so it'll be hard for you.
So cool. Okay, I'll use cool. Hard.
Like my dick.
Hang on. Hang on.
92. 63 with heart is not too bad.
Brr.
27. At first you
Brr.
struggle a bit to like break out, but then
Yeah.
and you can move again.
Ah. Yeah, that seems like I forced my way out of it just like the gate. But that cracked my back. That is not easy. Fucking hell. Yeah, I do not want to be wearing this. Take it away. Take it off. Take it.
Okay,
Get
I
off.
will.
I'll post it.
I don't think the priest is here, so can you just get in his
No, he went
inventory?
there.
So it is helpful,
Chris.
but you have learned that powerful vampires can break free out of it. It is not a 100% freeze them in place.
Yeah, there, still a good reason to have it on the priest, like maybe just in case we get in a shitty situation, he can get away.
Uh-huh.
He ain't here, Destructor.
Yeah,
Shall I
so-
tag it over to a sheet already?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stick it in his sheet. And who knows, by maybe a person who actually believes in, has a stronger connection to religion, maybe it's more powerful in their hands.
Why don't
But
you just
different gods, so.
Speaking of which, just because it got brought up with this, why don't you just worship the sun god? I mean, you've been wearing that banner for a long time. You seem to be connected to what they worship.
I mean, Don't really know much about the sun god.
Well, you're in the right place to learn. They seem to worship it here. Not more.
Yeah. Your
I think-
symbol on your banner compared to the symbols of the sun you've seen in this place in like the temples and stuff like that, it looks similar,
Brilliant, eh?
like very much alike. But the one on the cloak looks like it is a much older version of the symbol, like a more like tribal drawing of like a religious symbol than an actual like medieval, very detailed symbol, if that makes sense.
The priest that turned on us, that I knocked out with a sleeping spell, told us about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
you're wearing a banner. Oh, it's like ours.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know you
it looks
mentioned-
like it's pretty much the same symbol, but a way older like version of it.
I don't know. It just seems to keep coming up to you. Like,
Oh yes, I become the sun warrior.
Yeah.
Why
When
not?
you originally
Why
found
not?
it, you didn't know which like god it was dedicated to, right?
Yeah, because I couldn't speak the language, and Philip was a translator, so I didn't get really many answers.
Hey,
Make me
I
a.
translated it as that.
Do you have any lore skill related to the Empire or anything like that,
I do.
or to the religion? Like what is it called? Etymology or something like that?
Theology.
Theology.
Theology, yeah.
Yeah.
What layer does that start with?
T.
Theology.
Since you-
I have Law Reichland,
Okay.
Law, pretty much body. I've learned.
Okay. Yeah, do
the
me a
body.
lore Reichland. Okay, a 7, an impressive success. You definitely know of the sun god of the empire, the sun goddess rather, Merbidia. Like having grown up in the empire, you've heard of her, but only in like passing. She's not one of the really big ones in the empire that gets a lot of worship. She's one of the smaller cults. But she is known for dedication to warriors and strategy and the like. It's more about
yes.
skill at fighting than like fighting itself.
Oh, just right up my alley.
And also the sun is very prominent in her religion.
Oh yes, praise the sun. I think they say, praise the sun, and they do they do this pose where they put both their arms out to like bask in the sun.
Yeah, you just like thinking about it, like from your time in Altorf, you just remember one of the strictures you heard the priest of Bermidia say once, where he was just like preaching on the street. The stricture you remember from the cult of Bermidia is show no mercy to the unrepentant enemies of humanity.
Me.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the fuck does that mean? And then I just assume Alucard goes, it's a me.
Probably
Oh.
chaos and the undead and shit like that.
You must repent.
And the greyskins. It's always.
I was gonna say it could be a whole number of things. Like humans are very you know, we like to fight everything. So
Humans can be enemies of humanity. You're not wrong.
yeah, so it's a bit hard to single out like what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Well, get a holy book.
Well, repentment means that you like you admit that what you did was like wrong, and you're like repenting for your mistakes, right?
Okay, father, I want to repent my sins. Okay, son, what happened? I stuck my dick in the toaster again.
So if you're
Well,
evil like
what can you do?
Orochimaru, you can eventually become good again. You just repent.
Is this a man or a woman? Are you my mother or are you my father?
Both.
Who knows?
Yeah, he never
But yeah,
answers.
as you're discussing
I assume he's
this,
got dick.
this banner that Conan has been carrying around for a while now, two Strigany are walking down the road. They look very much like the other Strigany you've seen, very colorful, a lot of bells and little plates of metal hanging from their clothes that like jingle as they walk.
Coming down from the Wizard of the Wine Trail.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't they? You have to go through the Wizard of the Wine to get on this trail, right?
There's like a T intersection. One leads to the Wizard of the Wine, and the other leads to the hill that you were at.
Hmm. Okay. I wonder why they're going this way. Well, let's just keep on walking and see if they say anything.
Yeah. Did any of you have a light out other than Philippe's
Philippe?
Philippe's helmet? I almost said famous helmet.
No, I don't believe so.
It will
just
be.
go
I,
for the
I gave
helmet.
my last torch to the priest before, so I definitely don't have my seed. And I don't got magic flame cast or anything.
So yeah, you're pretty much just like, from the Striggery perspective, we're just humans, so there's vision in nighttime.
A glowing orb coming towards them.
Yeah, their vision in nighttime isn't great, so you guys are just like a glowing light coming down the trail. You see that they're kind of like taken aback by this, like they are like taking like a step back, like going into like an alert mode as they see you approach.
Oh,
Good morning.
I'll side mouth to the other guys going, I think we're scaring them.
What is that? What is that light up ahead? Who goes there? You hear
My
yelling out.
helmet.
Hey, asshole, are you seeing these people?
Well,
Yeah, you just hear a voice.
I'll say, hello, sorry, I recognize the clothes. You're Strigony, right? We're just coming through. We're down for the mountains, just adventurers.
Adventurers? This early in the morning. Well, it's like early noon. This early in the day.
Yeah, we're helping out the Wizard of the Wine. You know, do you know him? Hey, we're going to come a bit closer. Don't be freaked out, all right? Just so we're not all yelling at each other in the dark.
What is that light? Is that a lantern as they like approach?
It's my mate's helmet. He's got a glowy chicken thing on his head.
Oh, curious. Is that for sale?
Yeah,
Oh,
No.
how much?
I'm kidding. He would literally kill us all for that helmet. It's like a holy relic of his.
Oh. Well, meant no offense.
No.
We've heard that a group was sent towards the hill. I suppose you're that group?
Where'd you hear that?
From the vineyard, from the old man there.
He sent you to? Why? Yeah,
He didn't
rumor.
send us. We went there to inquire about the wine deliveries. It's been a while since our Strigony camps have gotten any wine delivered. And he gave us a... it sounded a bit like a tall tale, like monsters attacked and stopped them from like producing their wines again, and that they sent adventurers to go and investigate it. So that piqued me and my brother's interest here. So we were like, we might as well go and take a look. But we're not much of fighters, but we are very good at running away. So if it ended up being too much, we would have just legged it.
Well, he speaks the truth. There were indeed these wooden creatures being summoned by druids to attack the winery.
You can tell as they like kept coming closer to you, they stopped at a certain point, and they are keeping their like distance. They are being like relative cautious. They can like start bolting at a second's notice if they think that you're up to no good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like give them any reason to think so, but I am gonna keep approaching them. I told them I was going
You
to.
can just you can tell that they are being wary.
Yeah,
Because,
We'll see about that.
This is a crazy land.
yeah, makes sense. So tell me, what Strigony camp are you from? Are you from the one over by Barovia, or?
Oh, we're part of a caravan that travels in and out of Barovia at regular times. Rumors has it that our elder is the only elder left of the Strigony people.
Wait, do you know Bill?
Bill. As I'm checking,
Yeah,
Bill
Bill
is
Snyder's
Carrick's character, yeah.
Carrick, yeah.
I believe there was a Bill that joined the Strigony not that long ago. He comes from Sylvania, managed to get lost here in the mist like anybody else, and joined up with one of the caravans. But I've not met him.
Oh, so he's not part of your caravan then?
Perhaps of a different group of the caravan. He does not travel with us.
Ah, okay.
What about
So you're saying that other elder is dead? I'm trying to remember what his name is. I know he's in my notes somewhere. One moment.
Grandmaster Botha?
We're part of
Both
Stanimers
nuts.
Vistani group, but we are what you could call scouts. We ride ahead of the main group.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're just here scouting, seeing what these adventurers were doing up on the hill that the Martikov family was talking about. It
Oh,
looks
well,
like we found them. You've discovered anything interesting up there? Did you find the source for the wine?
Yes, we're returning it now. My friend here, Conan, fought a fist fight with one of the druids for the right to have it.
Oh, the druidic people. You managed to interact with them. They are a strange sort. They don't speak any of the known languages that we are aware of. It is difficult to keep friendly relations with them.
Neither does
Smallest,
Philippe. We're used to it.
Ah, I see.
Hmm.
Alucard's just giggling.
So you're heading back towards the vineyard now?
Yes. Are you going to come back with us? It's dangerous on these roads, or are you going to travel onwards to have a look around? The druids are still about, and we saw direwolves and things.
We did see a direwolf run off earlier.
Yeah.
You
It's
seem,
dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Give
you
him a
seem
wooden
like a
stick.
trustworthy sort, so we'll travel with you to the vineyard. What do you think of the tale of the old man that this thing that you went to recover will restore the vineyard to its former glory? Do you think it is true, or is it just a tall tale?
There's definitely something about it that's different, you know. There's magic coming off it. Maybe a folklore tale that's got like exaggerated. I mean, it's called the Wizard of the Wine. Wouldn't be surprised if a magical object is causing growth. I mean, how else can you have a fertile land? Everything else here seems dead, and they just like kick a bit of the dirt that we're walking on.
You kick him into the dirt?
No, kick a bit of the dirt that we're walking on from the feet. Like everything else seems dead, and I kick a bit of the
out
dirt.
of
When I say dead. Just kick a bit of dirt. Just like it's dead. Like look at the soil. But
Yes. These are not the most fertile of lands, which is why we tend to stay on the road and only come to Barovia when we are summoned by the one who leads this place. A deal made long ago. Too much to go into now. But we'd rather not be here, if you catch my drift.
we already know of the tale. You're in servitude to Strahd, and yeah, you don't have to. We know.
Ah,
We were in contact with Madame Eva's camp, and we learned lots
you
there.
spoke with the madam?
Unfortunately, before she was killed by Strahd.
She's dead?
Yes, I thought you knew that since you said your elders were all going just down to one. I apologize
Yes, I
if you
did
didn't
say
know.
that earlier.
Yeah, you did. That's why I assumed you knew.
Get the spear ready, Grace.
Yes, we heard the news, but it is difficult to believe.
It is. She was a nice lady. She helped us out a lot. Perhaps too much. Perhaps that was got her killed. She's not meant to interfere too much, apparently, and I think she interfered a little too much by being nice to us.
Yes, rumor had it that as she was getting up there in years, that she was getting more and more reluctant to keep following the commands that we have with the Lord of this land. A breach of
So she-
contract, you could say.
Yeah. It was a despicable, like, shadow creature.
Many strange things in this land. Strange magic, strange creatures. And he kind of jumps a little bit. What was that? And it's like looking into the forest.
I'll look up where he's looking.
Yeah,
Nothing there.
You see nothing.
It doesn't seem like anything's there.
Oh, sorry, must have just been the wood creaking. It's traveling these forests makes me a bit on edge.
Squirrel.
Must
Squirrel!
be the wind.
Oh, I'll take out a match. No, wait, I don't have my lanterns on the cart. Magic flame! Make him feel a bit better, I guess.
Oh,
And they're
well,
staying within
you
like
wizards.
the area of the light of the helmet.
Is this any better? And I'll... Man.
Oh, you're a wizard, Harry?
Yeah. Have a what?
Harry
What is
Potter?
it? Oh my goodness. Like, yeah, well, not a licensed one, but we don't really do that sort of thing in Barovia.
Yes, this is true. There are no licensed magic users in these lands. The Empire does not have any colleges here.
Yeah, and where I'm from, Bretonia, it's not really a thing either. Am I right about that? Pretty sure I'm right about that. They don't need licenses, right? That's just an Empire thing, right?
It is just an Empire thing, but
Maidens.
it is very uncommon for
Mm-hmm.
males to do magic in Bretoria. It is very much a it's the
Woman thing.
ladies.
Yep, I know. I'm a witch. I'm a hedge witch.
Makes sense.
He's a witch. May we
Yeah.
burn him?
You travel down the muddy path. You still like
Only if she weighs the same as a dog.
You know, maybe you could help me. There's something that one of your friends gave me. Well, I say friends. Another Strigony. Shouldn't assume you know him, but because you're all
We all
stuck here
know each
together.
other.
They all look
Yeah, I
the
assumed you did
We're gonna
since
know
you.
each other.
Yeah, because you're all stuck here together. I assume you keep in contact. But do you know what this is? And I'll show him that crystal vial that I have no idea what it is that I won as like a prize for saving the daughter.
oh yeah, from the treasure car.
This.
Jewelry box. Gold filigree containing 6 jewels. Potion in an unlabeled crystal vial.
Yeah. So I'll show him the crystal vial.
Okay. Let me check if I put it in the GM notes or just in my notes.
Right out.
Where are you? Where did you put this thing?
It's a miscellaneous. It's below the magic seed gem.
Ooh.
Of course. I've got 9 pieces of jewelry already, don't I? Or 8.
I think I still have
Actually
some
did.
gold rings on
And
me.
I've got these on this. Oh god, there's so much jewelry, guys. Wow.
Jewelry is worth quite a bit.
Oh.
I've got a jewelry
You know what I
box.
need? More gold. Well, I can sell them back when we
More
get to
money.
the Empire, I guess.
You can have these gold rings I have if you want, Alucard.
Oh, bling.
Gold wings.
Put it in the box.
Is the wing that I don't know. I don't understand.
One ring to rule them all.
Yeah.
Ring.
The one ring to bind them, and in the darkness find them.
Do you want them?
And then he
Yeah,
hits
put
his
them in the
head
box.
on the chandelier.
There you go.
There you go.
Did it disappear again?
I got it. That was me dragging it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them to be exact.
Oh, let me make sure that it actually.
Just
Went
make sure the
4.
quantity's at 4, really.
Yeah. I guess that would have went up. Yeah.
You're gonna
4
wear
it is.
You're gonna wear some vampire bling now.
You wouldn't see it though. I'm wearing
Bling,
gauntlets.
Yeah.
I'll put
come
them
on
in the
out here
jewelry
like they
box.
count.
I'll put them in the jewelry.
So did we get to the which is the
We're walking. Well, I'm asking this on the way back from these guys.
Oh.
Chris is trying to find this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Am I carrying the other holy symbol? Am I carrying the holy symbols now?
Yeah. We did some testing. It can hold vampires in place, and Alucard was pretty much like, "Well, let's get this off me." Like he was
You're
able to
only
break out of
carrying
it.
one, though.
He's able to break out of it. Yeah, you've got one holy symbol.
It's
So we give it to you in case the vampires jump you.
the
I'll
icon
try
is
to.
mine. The icon of Riverloft. I've got it.
Yeah, it's a different one. Yeah.
Yeah, just making sure because you needed to delete it.
The icon of Ravenloft is the one you're holding.
And you've got the other one, the amulet.
Uh,
Holy
okay, yeah,
symbol.
he looks at it, the vial, if you like, hand it to him.
Yeah.
Corxus does a little like smells. He kind of like pulls up his nose as soon as he smells it. Oh, this is definitely a poison of some kind.
Oh. Oh dear.
I'm not sure what it does, but seems like strong stuff.
Right. Well, I will not be giving it out at a social. And I'll take it back off him if he doesn't run off with it.
No, he
Starts
hands it back.
foaming from the mouth.
And yeah, you make it back to the vineyard, the surrounding bushes and stuff of the
Yeah.
Grapes. I couldn't think of the word. Like my brain was dying there. I was like, berries? No, you don't get wine from berries. You get them from grapes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
You
surrounding,
were struggling with grapes.
the surrounding grape bushes, they all still seem dead and like withered away. There is nobody out and about, but you see some lights coming from inside the building, like a candlelight and the like.
Yeah. We weren't going that long, really.
Yeah.
Is she-
Esteban is still like parked under the loading area where they load like the barrels.
It's the bond.
Let's go up and give the door a little rap-a-tap-tap on the front.
Tap tap.
Yeah, you go to the door. Knock. Eventually the old man comes down. Yes, oh, you back? You made it back?
And I'll just reach into the pouch and pull out the seeds and go, there you go.
Oh, one of the gems. Oh, mighty good, mighty fine. And I'm a man,
Oh.
by the way. I'm not an old woman. Philippe.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Hey, you sounded like an old woman.
Wow.
You
I'll
can't
put the
tell
seed
the
in his
difference.
hand. Sorry, I think he took a blow to the head or something.
I see. Well, I'll be putting this back in the ground, but I'm thinking of doing it underneath the house in the basement, so it's not easy accessible by anyone trying to come and take it back.
I mean,
Will that still access the soil and work? I don't know how it works. I'd be curious to see if that's okay.
I don't quite know if it will still work, but you are more than welcome to follow me into the basement.
Oh.
I mean, the
done
good news
plenty.
is,
I really should stop ending the tour with this.
the druids probably aren't going to bother you anymore because I beat them in a
Mm.
a fight to own the gem. So
I
You
see
know.
the Vistani gentlemen are with you as well. These are the adventures I was speaking about. They are now that the gem is back. Depending on how well this provides its magic, the wine should be starting to get delivered again soon. Question mark. Well, as long as the wine starts flowing again, then our Striggery people will be happy. We'll come back in a week or so to check on the progress. The old man like nods. He's very excited to have like the gem back. There's a bit of a pep in his step.
Yeah.
it's all right. We've only got 2 more to find now, and then we can find the One Piece.
We didn't agree to find any more.
Yes.
2,000 seasons later.
I can
That-
create the
A good kush.
I can create the wines with one seed. That's how we've been doing it in the past before after the others disappeared. But if you manage to find the 2 others and bring them back, then we can make our most well-known or highest quality beverage. But it is not possible without the 2 others.
We'll keep our eye out.
Yes.
I followed to the basement.
Yes. Follow me to the basement. This,
I'm not falling for that one again.
Are you all going into the basement?
Yes, I am.
Sure.
Okay, cool. It's a small, enclosed basement. Many racks of wine bottles, as you might imagine, like cupboards against the walls and stuff like that. A lot of them seemingly empty. He dusts off like an old-looking one, like blows the dust of it, and he hands it to you at the group. Who will receive this bottle?
Who was the connoisseur of wine? Was it the Bretonian?
Yeah, it was us.
Victorian?
It was me and Philippe.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to
wine.
say either of those 2 would probably be.
Let's both reach for it. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put hands in the middle and move that.
Yeah, it's like, no, you go ahead.
Well, they
You
touch
go ahead.
tip.
You both
Okay,
go for
Philippe.
the bottle. Ah, I see. You recognize a good drink when you see one. This is the last bottle we have left of the finest beverage we can make that we needed 3 gems for. This is what you can look forward to if you manage to find the other 2. But you've done much for me and my family. We can resume our winemaking process now and continue living off the land like we did before. So I would like to hand this last bottle that we have of our finest vintage to you as a reward. So you know what to look forward to in case you find the other gems.
Well, it's I'll undo the cork with the bottle in Philippe's hand and have a sniff.
I'm gonna lean over to Alucard's ear. Why do
You
put
get
it in
a
the bag?
champagne de la Storm.
Ah, but because we could risk it getting destroyed, but we could put a flask of it in.
Oh,
Yeah.
put a couple of flasks, get another bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Could we get an empty bottle of this as well?
I've got a flask.
I don't
Gotta
know.
let
What's
it
An
flask.
empty bottle, sir? We've got plenty of empty bottles at the moment. You're free to grab one from the shelves. They're not gonna be filled for quite a while.
Let's split it in
Okay.
half. Do you have a funnel?
A funnel? Yes,
Yeah.
there should be
Where's
one, not
where's the
down
bottle
here,
half?
but upstairs in the work area.
Okay. Well, we'll wait until we go upstairs and we're just going to start rummaging about this man's home.
Yes, follow me. And he slides open like a hidden door, like a stone wall slides
Oh,
open in the
what the
basement.
fuck?
I'll put the cork back in the bottle.
He lights a
I'll grab
torch
an
and
empty
like
bottle and put it in
illuminates
the
the dark area behind the hidden wall, and you can just as you peer in over the old man's shoulder, it is covered in mold. It is very moldy in there, and it's like a underground cave behind the basement.
I will stop breathing.
Yeah.
I
You
will
just
cover
breathe
my
in the
mouth.
mold.
Yeah, I'll just stop.
Mold's good for you.
Yeah, you're
I
greeted
don't
by
have to, babe.
You're greeted by a blast of cold air. A dark tunnel stretches for about 15 feet, ending at an archway beyond which lies a shallow cave.
I know my way around a dark tunnel, boys. Don't worry.
Am I going to be able to fit? Like, how big is this axe? Am I going to be able to fit through with this in my hand?
Yeah, it's a tight fit, but you can
Giggity.
squeeze in there.
Yeah, I've got no way to holster it at the minute. I've got a shield and stuff. It's like I'll just keep carrying it for a while.
Yeah,
So
you're
you
kind of
can-
like sometimes
Yeah.
accidentally like tapping the edges of the
Yeah.
wall with like the haft of the axe.
My bad. All right.
I'm gonna quickly pop to the toilet, BRB.
Not here. Not the cave.
But I need a piss.
No, in the mold.
Well,
So see
why
you
wouldn't you
now.
piss in the mold?
But yeah, the floor that you're walking on, it's not a stone floor like the rest of the basement was. This is just dirt, like just,
Yeah, yeah,
ground. He goes further into the cave, and he at a certain point he stops. He's like, this seems like a good enough spot. I think I'll bury the gem here.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that all there is to
I
it?
am-
You just have to bury it.
I'm quite an old man. Would you mind digging a hole for me?
Which one you had a shovel again?
I do, but can I read his expressions? Is he like being shifty?
You can do it intuition if you want.
I would very much like to do the intuition. It's just anytime anyone's like, "Oh, I'm old."
Ooh, 100. You definitely don't know. You cannot read his intentions.
Yeah,
But
I'll pull out a shovel.
he's an elderly man. But
I'll
then
put the
again,
axe.
age to you is a bit weird.
Yeah, I'll put the axe down and I'll pull out a shovel. Be like, I'll do it.
Thank you very much. And your friends, are they just gonna watch you work?
That's usually what they do.
Oh,
It's only got one
Sorry,
shovel.
my priest. Sorry, I just have noodly priest arms. I couldn't really help with digging.
I see. A priest. What god do you pray to?
I'm not sure if you would have heard of Sigmar, seeing as you've been trapped in this fog for so long.
Sigmar. I feel like I've seen that name in writing before in one of the old books, but I am not too familiar with him.
He was a follower of Ulrich. Maybe that's why.
Hmm.
Do you know Ulrich?
Continues digging.
Yeah. Do you know
Well then,
Ulrich?
Gris, I would like to use this.
Impassioned zeal. When you talk about your cause, case, or religion, your words fill with passion and fervent zeal. You may double your fellowship for the purpose of determining the number of people influenced by your public speaking and
Charm
talking
test.
about your cause. Oh,
You gotta roll a charm, baby.
Yes.
Ooh.
an astounding success.
I'm just gonna go on about how much I love Sigmar and how much
Alright.
power he has and how he will destroy the chaos before they consume us. but sort of not really, because in the future this world gets destroyed and then he ends up fighting them with those lightning warriors. But I don't know that.
He's rambling, so I'm going to
Oh.
dig faster.
The priest is just rambling off about Sigmar. He sounds
we
like
go.
a great
Sigma.
sounds like a great god of humanity. Would you mind teaching me more? I would love to know more, and perhaps start a little area of worship to this god in our winery here.
It would help if the fog was gone, since Strahd keeps his grip so tight upon this land to keep the god's influence out. But I shall teach you what I know, to help you in any way you can help yourself.
Okay. What are the strictures of Sigmar?
Okay, this is gonna take a while, guys. Sorry.
Just seeing if you know.
Hmm.
I don't remember all of them. I
Yeah.
think I got them in my notes somewhere, maybe.
Not
No,
too
I think
signal.
no,
Yeah,
just uphold.
I don't expect you to like know them all on the top of your head.
I don't know.
was just
I
wondering
don't
if
know them off by heart. I do have his book. I do have his book though, Gris.
Oh yeah, you have the book Sigmar. Nice.
Wait,
It's a cool picture. I wonder where I got that from.
I don't know, but you gave it to me, so you must have got it from somewhere.
Yeah, the strictures are obey your orders, aid dwarffolk, never do them harm, promote the unity of the empire, bear true allegiance to the imperial throne, and root out greenskins, chaos worshippers, and foul witches without mercy.
I have to explain those to him as the main ones then.
I don't think you should speak this, but Alucard says, like, in words that you don't understand this. Because now I'm a token, I can't select my language. But he says it in British.
Okay.
I can understand that though.
Yeah, because I can't select my token. I didn't have my token sheet open. Even though I'm on my sheet, it's weird.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
why. It's like,
You have nothing to
Spoke
select,
it
so you
in
can't,
Moodish?
like...
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I can speak British.
What language
you-
did you say it in?
British.
Okay.
I said it in British because I knew that none of the other guys speak it.
Nobody else speak it?
Nope.
Okay.
I only learned it so because I missed the halfling.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm like, Moodish? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, you'll explain
Halfling
this to
language.
the old man. You've done like a sizable enough haul. Thanks you. Thank you. That's quite enough. I think this'll do for the gem. And
No problem. Like, kick him into it. No.
Priest of
Your
Sigmar,
grave, mother.
you said always ate dwarves. What's a dwarf?
You really have been in this fog a long time, haven't you?
Tiny little angry people. But this height, I put it like half my height.
They are
Good
great
fighters.
They are great crafters and inventors.
Oh yeah, like we've got like runes that are magic for them. This amulet was made by them.
The shield and sword was made by him.
It was
They are
made by Ag.
incredibly talented in the art of craftsmanship.
Pretty sure this axe that I found is made by dwarves, so they have come to this land.
I see. Perhaps adventurers like yourself from outside.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Should we succeed in finally stopping Strahd's curse and lifting the fog from this land, Sigmar's light may once again shine here.
He raises the gem high and very daintily lowers it into the hole that you've dug. Like he's being very careful about it. Also,
Yeah.
annoyingly slow, like old man slow, like ooh, putting the
Yeah,
gem down
I'm
in the
gonna rush him.
hole.
I lived for a very long time. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. With him doing it slow, I'm gonna do a prayer to the lake.
I spent 3 hours staring at the sky because I lost an undead wolf one time. It's fine. I
gotta
didn't
pray.
dive over the top of that blimp. I was just like, nope, everybody leave me alone.
Can I do a prayer to the lady?
Yeah.
Okay. Difficult.
To pass the time, I will look through this magic book.
Sorry about that. I've just been looking for an opportunity to use impassioned zeal at some point.
Right, General 6. Okay, cool. You pray to the lady. What do you say?
Lady, bless this land and these people.
And this wine.
As
this one?
the old
Wow.
man covers the gem in dirt, taps a bit on the dirt, tap 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 to make sure that it's nice and buried. You see very slowly but surely like tiny little green, like they look like tiny super thin green roots coming from the gem shooting off in different directions, but it is a slow process. It looks like it's working. It looks like it is going to make the lands fertile again. We just need some patience and wait until the plants start to regrow. What are you going to do in the meanwhile? You are more than welcome to stay at the vineyard here and help out with the family.
We could use a break. There are some things we need to discuss and look up and things.
We could certainly
Perhaps
use a
an
break
endeavor.
from all this running around and vampires and stuff.
Sadly, as you found out last time, we don't really have places for people to stay for a long time. We have no guest rooms.
That's
Would be
fine.
in the barn.
The bar's fine. Like I said, we're used to sleeping rough. Besides, my friend here has a tent.
Ah,
He's upstairs, but it's probably in his bag.
Yes,
Peter.
he is recovering quite well from his wounds.
That's good. He didn't eat
Go
did you?
back
I'm
in
not,
his
I'm not
bag.
going to have dinner and have to stop a little girl eating a leg or something, right?
No.
Good.
It's
It's
people!
people!
My one and only reload, because I was like, no, I'm not having it.
Can't kill all the meat goes bad.
because I couldn't resist.
So yes, let's go back upstairs. Let's close off this hidden room. Don't tell anyone about this area. We don't want the gem to disappear
won't.
again.
Does the family know about this? And did we get followed by the two random guys?
No, they left when you were still at the front door.
Okay.
They said that they were gonna come back in like a week or so.
Yeah, just to make sure.
They're just here secret door.
Does the family know about it? I'm assuming?
Secret tunnel.
Yes,
is it
yes.
secret?
All of the family is in the know except for my daughter's husband, because he is not truly one of us.
Right, well, we'll just not mention it at all then.
It oddly sounds like racism.
Wait,
That would be appreciated. So yeah, he starts heading back upstairs up like a spiral staircase.
I steal the gem and run. No. let's
Chris,
go get that funnel.
the daughter's husband, is that the guy that was at the bar?
The guy who owns the
I'm
bar.
about to say, ain't that the son?
That's his son.
Okay.
And they're all raven werewolf.
Except the ones that married in.
Were ravens.
We're ravens.
Were they ravens?
They were.
I'm fucking with you.
So where would you head? In the house you know from like being there previously that there was like a dinner table. There's the area
Gonna
where
check
they
on
were
Peter.
taking care of Peter.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Check on us.
Top priorities. Me and Philippe are gonna go get that funnel.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
yeah.
make sure Peter's recovered.
Is
There's a
Peter
whole,
being
like,
turned into dinner?
There's a whole like storage area with a bunch of tools and stuff. You'll find a funnel in here somewhere, I'm sure. You'll just have to dig through the tools a bit.
Okay. Let's get to a rummaging.
I did grab one of them empty bottles of the thing,
I know.
Okay. Cool.
and I've added it to my inventory.
Yeah.
Now, well, I'm gonna go check up on my family, inform everybody that potentially the production of wine will resume soon enough, that they should get to do their chores, start loading up some barrels, cleaning out the area where we keep our stuff. You know, just getting things set up for production later on.
Wow, we saved this man's livelihood.
Pretty much.
Yes, you did. You're free to roam the premises. If there is anything you need, just ask me or one of my family members.
Well, if we're going to be sleeping in the barn for a bit, I'll try and make it a comfortable place.
I
Yes,
think we need to have a
we could
meet-
hand you some spare sheets and perhaps a pillow or two, but there isn't much more we have to offer, I'm afraid.
Thank
got
you
any
for your
rope and cloth?
hospitality.
Yeah. What did you say?
I asked if he has any rope and cloth.
Rope? Yes, we have rope that we used to tie the barrels together for transport.
Why do you need
Okay.
rope? Are you planning on hanging yourself?
Planning
That's
on
a bit
making a
fucking
hammock.
dark.
Yeah, you just like open the doors to the bar and it's just Philippe hanging there from like a beam,
Philippe
like, oh!
was here. It says Philippe was here on the board.
Okie dokie.
God,
That's a
Got it.
Shawshank Redemption reference. You better
Aw.
get it.
I say it reminds me of the time when we were all superheroes and Philippe wanted to test the rope how strong it was by hanging
Yes,
himself.
yes, I do
Is that a
remember
thing that
that.
happened?
God, yes, he did. He tried to hang himself by floating up there and stuff.
My
Oh, God, I was
goodness.
like, what the fuck are you doing? And I had to fucking cut the rope and everything to contaminate the crime scene.
In City of
It's a
Mist, where you
simpler
were all
time.
like cop /
yes.
CSI team, I'm gonna figure out how this guy killed himself by hanging myself.
It was.
We were having a serious moment on a rooftop in the rain, and I lit a cigarette and I offered one to him, and he took the cigarette back and threw it off the roof. And I just gave him the biggest stink eye because, like, I was like, "Now, I'd like you to know that Constantine, if I was playing him, would send you to hell." So, and then he
It was
put
a
it down,
dark,
got the
rainy
cigarettes, and he
night.
handed me like the soggy cigarettes, and Constantine just was like, "No." I went
It's a dark,
inside.
rainy night. I was standing on the roof as a man, tall as a bus, walked up to me. I offered him my cigarette, and he disrespected me by throwing it away. I knew back then that this case would not be an easy one.
There's half there, Philippe.
Tall as a bus.
Have you ever-
Mind you, I say, mind you though, we should have seen the signs of Cartney being scaly back then.
Okay. But yeah, enough of that. You're in this man's house. You're free to roam. I can load up the map if you want to like move your
Sure.
tokens around and stuff like that.
Sure, just to show where we are and what we're doing. You know, for the people watching.
Yeah.
Effort.
I've been staring at the maps.
Oh, I see.
I see how it is.
The viewers get to see the maps.
Not the
So you
players.
don't understand. It works both ways.
It's just because this map
Yeah.
is like dodgy for me sometimes. Like sometimes when I try to load it, it just goes to black. I'm not sure why. It seems to be this specific one.
Kimba is not impressed.
Ah,
Who?
Kimba.
Kimber the Lion.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you not know Kimber?
Kimber?
Oh, it's that one. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Money.
You savage.
Hey,
Money.
Like all
Why
I
do
don't
you-
remember names.
Just because he was white.
I remember faces.
Oh, you
Because
bit
he's
my
a
toe.
great leader.
I remember feces.
Oh, you bit my toe. Oh, that's not fair. It's the best stuff ever. I just love watching those clips.
Cardo bit my toe.
You have no right to strike an animal like that. And then he whaps him right in the face. And the blood's coming out of the back of his head. It's like, whoa.
Animal cruelty.
So-
Let's
Yeah,
go.
he's like, you have no right to strike
I
an
see
animal. And then he
nothing.
hits him.
There is only darkness.
I see red.
I see everything.
See everything?
Oh, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
I got murdered. I'm back. Hello.
Yes, I can see everything now.
See your thieves.
So as you're roaming around the house, the old man takes his leave to go talk to his family and stuff. You notice that there are people cleaning up the spilled wine in the main area where they have the big barrels that were storing the wine, and you know that the wine there was poisoned, that was tampered with. So as you are spending your time here in this place, would anybody like help with cleaning up?
Sure, why not?
I've helped quite a bit. I am going to rest these old bones.
I'm gonna go and have a word.
That is
with
someone's
them.
bedroom.
Yeah.
I
I'll
will
help.
find somewhere that is not the kitchen.
Yeah, I'll help just because I'm a heathen.
What is that contraption?
The window.
I
Wow.
break.
No,
so-
it is.
Conan.
It is a printing press.
A printing press. I haven't seen one of these like ever. I've only heard of these.
It is quite a rare sight.
Okay.
In this chamber are a desk, a chair, a tall wooden cabinet, a strange contraption that takes up most of the northern end of the room.
I am going to be a nosy Nelly and tinker and see if I can figure out what this is.
No.
You part cat.
It has like a...
Oh.
I've heard of a printing press, but I've never seen one. So like, I'm like, what the hell is this thing?
Make me like an intelligence check as you're looking over this thing, inspecting it.
Grace?
Yeah.
do have to head off in a minute. Just want to do something semi-significant real quick.
Okay.
He's going to kill me.
You are corrupted! Die!
Well, it is actually related to that.
Oh god.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm cleaning up the poison wine. What have I done wrong now?
It's just all seeing you, someone I've met
Everything.
in the Empire on my first journey outside my homeland. Became good friends with you, and now I'm seeing you get corrupted by the forces of chaos, and it's
Yeah, you two
not
were the
okay.
first to meet each other when we
Yep.
started this off.
not okay. It's filling me with hatred.
Is it because I'm black?
For chaos.
Ah, sure.
It happened.
What a safe.
What happens?
I loaded into the map because I went to go grab Peter's token from another map.
I know I
And
can't really do this from.
it broke.
So I know
Oh,
I
no.
can't really do this radically, but the point is, I was just using experience to get the last talent from this thing, which is hatred any.
Ooh, okay. Very cool.
So, if chaos is an available thing for that,
It is.
Yeah, I just refreshed my
I've-
thing. I
It
can see
can
the
literally
map
be
again.
anything. It could be
Yeah.
ice cream if you wanted it.
I'd like to think that I've grown to completely hate chaos because I've seen how it's warped and twisted someone I've come to regard as a good
Yeah.
friend.
That makes sense.
Because I thought it would be good to fit that in story-wise as the acquisition of the skill at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't think you're just watching me. You're like, he's a decent bloke. He's just fucking
nice.
stupid.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
much.
So you're like hatred anything chaos is the talent you got?
Well, I can't. Well, it's just hatred any right now, but I'm saying
Oh.
it's going to be chaos. I'll
Okay.
choose chaos if I can choose anything. I'll make it chaos because I've grown to hate the fact that someone I've come to regard as a friend is being consumed by it.
Okay, so every time you
Molded
take the
by it.
talent, you develop hatred for a new group. Okay, cool. So I guess that includes the first time as well. So you're choosing chaos?
Chaos. I just hate it now because of what I've seen it done to Conan. I mean, I saw him turn into that demon straight up. I just thought it would be nice to fit it in as a story thing as well for acquiring this skill.
Yeah.
I could just see you playing that into like
I want
racism
to
as
I
well.
want to change mine, but like, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
We
so
already talked
you,
about it before with the vampire thing.
you're so worried about Conan that you're developed like a hatred against chaos. That's very
For
cool.
what they've done to him. Yeah.
I like it.
And the people like
hate
the old
you.
man like guides you to the biggest bedroom in this place where Peter is currently laying on the bed. There is like a woman there taking
Oh,
care of
Peter.
him, and
How is he doing?
There's also like a little baby in a baby crib, and all the other children are in there as well, just kind of like poking Peter, being like little children.
That's a lot of hair for a baby.
Yeah,
So what, they're just poking him because he's too weak to stop them.
yeah, they're just like being little annoyances.
Left him as weak as a kitten. Stop! Remember your hippopotamus oath.
Why am I
Uh,
not on the map?
How are you
you are.
feeling, Peter?
Better. You are
It
says
heat,
I have
Conna.
not
Do
permission.
you not see that?
No.
Do you need me to take another look at your injuries?
Rest helped, but you
Surgery?
guys slept the night here and left in the morning to the hill, right?
Yeah,
We were successful in our endeavour.
we have breakfast.
Have you come back from your from the hill or whatever it was?
Yes.
Oh, that's fast. Feels like you barely left.
It was a very
get-
quick adventure.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I wasn't in the room there. I would
We
have been
get
like,
shit done.
Peter, it's been 2 months.
My family.
I would have totally done that.
Would have been hilarious.
Like, change my hairstyle and walk into the room.
Give yourself a beard real quick.
yeah.
So did everything
Yeah.
go okay?
Oh yes, pretty
I'm
much. But how are you feeling? I'm concerned since you got pretty messed up.
Better. Do you like? You've looked at my wounds before. Do you want to take another look?
Just to make sure the healing okay.
What's this
Hey,
pus?
do me a heal test. What's this, boss?
Oh, that's Philippe's armor.
Oh,
He's
an
got a
astounding
posse.
success.
He got licked by a pussy tongue.
Yeah, you look him over, you inspect his wounds and stuff like that, and he seems like healed for the most part. Like he had a dislocated knee, which seems to be like stuck in place again, like everything is where it's supposed to be. You think that he'll
Okay.
just relax a bit and he'll be just fine.
Just take it easy for the next few days, Peter, and you should be recovered right back up to full.
Okay. We staying here?
For the time being, just to rest from all the vampires and stuff, you know.
Yes.
Been quite harrowing these past few days.
Yes, it
Not
has.
like ya.
This is Stefania. She's been looking after my wounds here while she was tending to her little daughter. Don't know if you've met her before.
I don't believe I've been formally introduced. Pleasure to meet you.
Greetings. What is your name?
Zolnat, priest of Sigmar. Thank you so much for taking care of my friend.
Oh, no problem. I like taking care of men. I don't know where I was going with that. I completely
You're going-
lost my train of
I was
thought.
going to ask if she was nervous, but no, you just lost your train of thought.
Yeah.
I look down at the ground and just do not make eye contact. Try to keep
Are you
away
in
from
there?
that life, Chris.
Sorry, I do have to head off now. That's why I was doing that whole skill thing before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did everything go alright? You left early in the morning with your group. Father said that you were gonna restore the fertility back to the winery.
We successfully retrieved what he needs to get his business back in business.
Ah, that is good news indeed. Are you staying here, you and your friends?
Just to rest
uh,
for a while. We've had a harrowing few days.
until Peter here is fit to travel, or for longer?
Can't say for certain, but shouldn't be too long. We'll be out of your hair soon enough.
Oh well,
Well, you-
it's nice meeting you. You said you were a priest of Sigmar.
Yes.
Not familiar with that god.
Oh god.
Here we go again.
I'm not gonna delve into it too much again.
That's it. Story time.
I will just explain to her how I understand, since the fog around the area keeps knowledge from getting in at this rate.
Yeah, and the kids are running around. They're kind of like pulling at your robe and stuff, being little kids as you're talking to the mom. Like, knock it off. Leave the man alone. They've just come back from an adventure. The kids are like, adventure? What did you do? Did you kill many monsters? Did you slay the bad guys?
I push up my anime glasses like this is an area in which I have expertise.
Gravity falls.
Hey, an astounding success.
I rolled 2 20s in a row.
So do you say what happened, or do you like spice it up a bit, like put some?
I'll spice it up for the kids and maybe
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
out some of the more gory parts if there were any. Just, spice it up for the kids because they want a good story.
Okay.
You
well,
might
so
wanna
let
lead
us
out
telling his
I wasn't-
tales. What's the
And
rest
I
of you
do have
doing?
to head off now. Sorry. It's just been
Yeah.
a quick session now. Thanks. It's been fun.
Yeah. If you guys wanna play tomorrow, Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday is like a holiday, so it's all good for me. And but we'll do some D&D as well, on either tomorrow or Sunday, I guess. So it's just
Nice.
whatever and whenever you guys want.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
We'll do
and then Sunday
whatever.
D&D.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just give yourself 75 experience if you're still here, Destructore.
Okay, 75. That brings me to 95, actually.
Yeah, and I gave you
Well,
some experience last time because you weren't here at the end.
Yeah, that's what I did with getting that skill. Yeah, hated it. For chaos.
Chaos.
It will pay.
So Alucard, you were looking at the printing press. You did your intelligence,
Yeah,
a failure. You
couldn't
didn't
figure it
really
out.
know what kind of contraption it was. You just saw some like inked and some wooden mechanisms, but you couldn't make head or tails of it.
Experience added. I'll see you guys next time. Bye
See you, man.
bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm just
Yeah.
wondering, and now I find another contraption. I'm like,
Yeah, there's like a crane-looking thing to like haul barrels.
Hmm.
Pull
Why do you
them
need
up
them
and
up?
down from like the floor beneath to up here.
Yeah, I wonder why they need to bring them all the way up here. Suppose they could just bring it down through there, but couldn't you just go through the front door? Suppose it's bigger. Anyway, Alucard's just rambling to himself.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could make that jump.
No.
And Philippe and Conan, you're like in the dinner room with the rest of the family. In the other room, Zoldat is just yapping away about his adventures.
And I go and see Esteban.
Esteban?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
sure.
I'm going to sit down here over the hole and pull out my book and have a little look at the magic book.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna separately load the ground floor map because it keeps passing out on me this map, and I don't wanna risk it again for the refresh. But yeah,
You
you're
just put me out there.
yeah
Okay.
Woohoo! I'm finally back
outside
in.
of the window.
Took long enough, but I'm finally back in.
Yeah, I saw you
trying.
jump in and out. Can you see yourself again?
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
So
Well, like I
Philippe
said, I'm
left to
just-
go.
Fucky sauce.
Yeah, no, to like go take care of his horse. Alucard is just having a wander around, inspecting all the machinery and stuff.
And now I'm sitting over this hole reading a book.
I'm just helping clear up the wine. Pretty much it. Like, oh god. Ah, fucking hell.
So yeah, it's like the floor is like stained with this like red wine. It's like a thin layer of red wine that like covers the floor.
I have an idea.
Oh.
The blood spear. I touched the stain to see if it'll drink up the wine. The poison wine.
It just sucks up the poison wine and starts like moving around all drunken like.
I mean, it's worth a try. Nah,
you
didn't do it.
you dip the spear in there.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. You faintly hear the voice again that called to you when you first got a sense of the spear. You just hear a voice go, "I will rule again."
Hello?
No
What?
response. Or Alucard response.
I think the spear tried talking to me.
If you hear voices, ignore them.
It said it'll rule again.
Yeah, I closed my book.
Yeah, and it's a bit like, you know, it's a big family that lives in this place because there is a lot of noise going on. The kids are running
Yeah.
around, so there's a lot of on the woods. Like you hear
Yeah.
a baby crying in the other room. People are
I just
talking.
imagined like a big echoey, like this would echo
Yeah.
a bit, considering I was just up here. And the guy's got good old ears, and he's not wearing his helmet because he's reading.
Yeah. So you're like
Um,
above Conna or like a balcony.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
I'm leaning
Always
over.
looking down on me.
Yeah, I'm leaning over. Like, what are you talking about?
The spear said it'll rule again. I'm assuming this.
He's dead.
I mean, that's what the spear said. Like, I just tried to get it to drink some wine to help me clear up this mess, but nah, I wouldn't have none of it, and it just said I will rule again.
Did he?
So maybe
say
the
drink
spear's
some
drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
wine? Okay. I don't know if it absorbs blood, man.
I mean, it helps make it, drop more. So I don't know. Maybe I have to kill something with it. Maybe it will unlock more functions. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe if we find that wizard dude again, maybe he can fucking explain what it is.
Perhaps.
The bad mage.
I was just looking at these spells. Seems a bit of visibility one here.
Oh, what would you do with that?
Oh, do you want to try it out?
I mean, you're already quite stealthy, aren't you?
No. I mean, if I stand still, yes, but if I actually move, I wear a lot of plate.
Okay, try invisible.
Okay. I will pull out the book, and I will read the words aloud and attempt to channel the words of magic.
I'm still mopping, by the way, Gris, but I am watching him as I'm doing it.
Okay.
Do you just do like the little paint can tool to just turn all this red.
Yeah, so I guess I'll have to add these spells from the book to your actual like sheet, because you can't cast them from the book, right?
I don't believe so, no. This is my first attempt. We'll just have to add them as I attempt them.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Where are you?
I wonder. This spear, like, is really sharp. I wonder what effect it would have on a vampire.
Who knows? I mean, all these relics seem to be like designated to like destroy vampires and stuff. That's the game, right?
Mm.
Maybe gets rid of their thirst or causes thirst or something. Who knows?
I do not want to try this on you, so I'm going to just keep the spear
Yeah,
on
we
my
don't know
back.
what effect it could have. I mean, that one held me in place. One could make me lose my mind or make me like even more ferocious. Send me into one of those berserk states like you. Who knows?
I'll
Oh,
add them,
God.
but you don't have them mastered. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll just have to like keep using them or find someone to teach me or whatever.
I don't know. It just made
We'll
me
talk
think
about
of
it
like.
later.
It just made me think of like Godzilla versus King Kong, just Aidan versus Philip versus Alucard.
All right.
That will be a battle.
A battle?
I think I'd lose it then.
I just stick a blessing on him.
Yeah, stick a blessing on where it just wastes my turn.
Why did it waste your turn? It hurts him.
It's an accent. So I can't do anything else.
I mean, he's got a shield with champion, so it might be a good way to not take damage.
Good point, yeah.
Nothing's a waste as long as it does something. Not necessarily a waste. It also gives you insight to if it works or not. The fuck are you doing?
Channeling.
This is me channeling. I'm doing all like.
Yeah, I'm just watching you.
Yeah, it's
you
like
guys see the
waving his
winds of
arms
magic.
around,
Yeah,
gathering
true.
winds around him.
Yeah, like I don't see
yeah,
this
it's
magic
just-
shit.
And then fail. Nice.
Ooh.
Minor miscasts don't happen though. Got the talent.
So wait, do you have to do this every time you
Until I
try
memorize
doing
it.
magic?
Yeah, it's because it's a high level spell.
Oh. Okay.
I'll have to keep trying. Seems
I
to
mean-
work though. I mean, the winds were responding.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I mean, how long are we gonna stay here for? What, until Peter gets better, or? Because I know you.
I had no
I-
intentions of staying here, but you know, it's we should probably wait for him to rest up, right?
Because I remember us walking past the tower and saying we'd go and see that before
We could.
we got here.
nearby.
So who knows?
Well,
Like maybe.
I'm fully rested, and it's still
don't,
early in the day.
You don't have the talent yet on your sheet that allows you to not get minor miscast.
Oh, doing it? I thought I picked it already.
Yeah, you did pick it at one point because you mentioned it and you went woohoo.
You were talking
No
about
more
that you were
minor
gonna
miscast.
get it soon, but like it's still grey in your talents, Atric attunement.
Oh. Whoops.
I guess
Whoopsie
to that.
poopsie. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to see what it does then. Double trouble.
Oh
Effect
no,
of the
Team
spell you
Rocket.
cast. Aha! Well, there's no effect. It doesn't happen because I failed to cast. Haha! Nice.
The effect of the spell you cast occurs elsewhere without
Oh, it helps us
within,
on wells.
within
oh,
1
something-
mile at the
some-
GM's discretion where possible.
Something's gonna turn invisible for a bit.
Within a
Oh.
mile.
Oh god, just imagine if Chris does it on a werewolf or something.
Does it on your
Like-
dick?
That's a very specific target.
Oh my god! I'm still
From in the other
hermaphrodite.
room you hear
Where's
like a
my dick
scream.
gone?
My baby!
No.
Ah, the baby goes invisible. It's still screaming. Oh, nightmare fuel. But yeah, just gonna clear this up, and I'm like,
I don't know this happened.
I mean, I'm a little bit tight. Like I should be exhausted. Oh no, I had a rest, so I was good. That's why I didn't fight. I was having a breather so I could get rid of my exhaustion. Yeah, I'm ready to go to the tower if you want to go check it out. I mean, it's only what
Sure.
a mile away.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, you know your way back here, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Should we let the other two know, or?
of course. Well, I didn't really need to
Yeah.
bother poor.
The
Oh, God.
intricate human thing, I was reading it as well. It's not like an automatic all minor miscasts, you don't get them anymore. Your experience, talent, or training lets you more
I read it
safely
wrong?
manipulate the winds of magic. You do
Uh-huh.
not suffer a miscast if you roll a double on a successful channel test. So not on the casting test, but on the channel test. If you roll a double on a successful one on that, you do not suffer a miscast.
Okay, not a successful one, but why would you get a miscast on a successful one?
It can
Well,
happen.
the
like,
channeling can succeed, but the casting can still miscast.
It's like a fumble,
understand?
like even if you get a good roll.
No, because you get it on the channeling. You know what I mean? You just said to get it on the channeling, but the miscast happens on the cast. So
Yeah,
how does
so-
the successful
so-
channeling help?
You did,
If you
like, for example, your spell, you did a channeling test,
Mhm.
Shroud of Invisibility, a 6
Yeah.
versus 93, so that's a successful channeling test, but your
Yeah.
casting test still failed. Like, channeling and casting are, like, separate.
Yeah.
You can choose to channel to improve your spell, but you don't have to channel. But if you channel, and you roll a double on your channel, and your channel succeeded, you can negate a minor miscast if your casting would have one, if you do it.
Okay. Gotcha. I think.
I'm still confused as fuck.
Yeah, whatever.
But-
Chris
yeah,
can just
but-
say whatever. How that I was like, does this affect it?
I think if I make this like a 33, you see, that would like make
Critical
the channel,
channel. Oh,
count
yeah.
as like a critical channel.
Oh. We both got fell whispers.
Hello, Miss.
Or
I
got a
don't
corruption
know
point.
what it did.
Yeah. A routine. Anyway,
But yeah, to the tower.
here, let's get Philippe. Philippe, we're gonna go check out
Okay.
that tower to kill some time. You want to come with?
Alan?
Yeah, the one we passed on the way here. Remember, we could take a right and go to the tower. It'd be on our left now, going backwards, of course.
He wasn't with us when we.
With you.
You didn't pass it on the way here. How did you get here?
Through the darkness.
Oh, right. Yes, yes. The
He was,
limitations of your eyes.
He was very focused on healing his horse at the time.
Yes.
Mm.
And yeah, Conna,
I
make
was
me
asleep.
make me a dex roll while you're like mopping up the wine.
Oh, I already failed one of these in real life.
Oh, then disadvantage.
Impossible.
I know now what to look out for. I know what to look out for
Disagree.
now.
I love that that is a difficulty for
Nice.
a roll. You can literally make it impossible. It's like
Minus 50.
a success,
Aha!
yeah. What are you using to like clean up? Did you look for like some tools in the place itself, like a mop or anything like that?
Yeah, a mop.
Just
One of the kids.
just your holy scarf of Mermidia. Just soaking up the wine.
Right, that only soaks up blood, good sir. And
like
that's
Homer
mine.
on the stonecutters fucking sing.
Yeah.
The charter
Uh,
or whatever.
Yeah, like there were already people doing this at some point, so I assumed that there was a mop and bucket like left out
Yeah.
to do shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get to working. How long
And I'm just-
are you gonna stay here? Like, spend some time before you're gonna start traveling towards the tower. You're spending like an hour or so here, a bit longer.
An hour. Read the book, talk to Conan, talk to Philippe, say if you want
Yeah,
to
I
go to the
carried
tower.
on working when I was talking to Alucard as well, so
Assuming you knew the
Yeah.
tower, and then go back to him and say like,
yeah.
oh,
Where
yeah,
did you
well,
go,
there's
Alucard?
a tower
Did
this
you
way.
walk through a teleporting?
He went outside.
I didn't mean
Oh.
to, but I did. I am outside talking to Philippe, and apparently, hello there. Now you're
Yeah,
walking
your
around,
tokens are still on the ground floor. Because I
Yeah,
can't
they-
like go there. Apparently, it makes my game like reset. I don't know why.
I have free run. There are 2 Alucards. What are you gonna do about it?
Right.
each
Yeah,
other.
but,
Oh, sweet.
let them fight. Yeah, when they're ready to go, so probably like an hour Just been mopping.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're
Getting
mopping
it
up. Philippe, do me a animal care as you're like spending time with Esteban. You know that he was quite malnourished when you got him back. You've been feeding him every now and then. An impressive success. It looks like the family of this place has taken good enough care of this of your mount. They've seemingly even shared some of the hay from the stables for the other horses with your horse.
Okay.
But we're not eating the horse now then.
Okay.
The other one. Just surrounding Philippe like, nom, nom, nom.
Yeah. Your horse seems to be in good spirits. Like, it's definitely doing better than before. It still has like a little bit of like a limp going on from walking into a bear trap.
Yeah.
That is a thing that's happened.
I think you should leave that poor horse there. What happened to it?
How
That
unbearable.
leg is messed up, dude.
It stepped on a bear trap. I broke the bear trap, chucked it. So
You led your horse into a bear trap? That's awful.
I didn't see
I know you
it.
didn't do it on purpose, but I'm saying
but
that's just awful.
Yeah.
I know it's not your fault, but like I'm just saying, oh, that's awful.
If I find out who put that bear trap there, they might end up hearing some
Hmm.
chat.
Could be the hunters from the town.
Maybe. But,
Probably for the wolves. So I highly doubt it was meant for your horse.
It was left on the road though.
Oh, bandits maybe.
Yes. But
If you weren't so anti-magic, I could teach you magic that would help you with that, but no.
hopefully he gets well.
Hopefully. Want me to see if I can patch him up?
As long as you don't try and suck the blood out. I'm joking.
But he sucked the poison out of him.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna look him over there, Grishy Poo.
Okay.
Has there been any patch jobs done to him? I noticed there's something tied around his leg.
Yeah, he definitely has like a scarred wound on its leg from the bear trap. It's been like patched up. The bleeding was like stopped the best you can, but the wound is still like visible. It is still healing. Do you have any related skills or talents or anything of like taking care of?
I am a Bretonian, baby. I have animal care and all that good stuff, and charm animal and spells and things.
Okay, cool. Make me
And a lot of herbs. I would like to
animal
do.
care as well.
I would like to, if it's okay, I'd like to do an animal care and a lore of herbs to see if I know anything that might help with the local area or if my backpack.
Okay. Massive success.
I don't know this area well enough.
Margin of failure. Yeah, indeed, you do not know this area well enough. You look over Esteban, the mount. He seems to be recovering. It definitely seems to have caught something though. Like he seems like he has caught a disease or something like that, but you're not too sure what.
He's sick. He's got a disease, I think, Philippe.
Oh no.
Well,
Maybe we need to clean his wounds.
Could be. Or, You didn't notice anything on the tips of the bear trap, did you?
No, I did not.
Like a poison or a sedative?
No.
And it feels, well, I guess not to Alucard, but like Philippe, you're there as well as you're like checking up on the horse. It feels hot to the touch. Like it definitely feels like it has, it's coming up with a bit of a fever.
Oh, it's infected.
I'm gonna do something, but I don't know if it'll do.
You didn't
He's
give
gonna
it your
jizz on the
STD,
horse.
did you?
No, I'm gonna do a blessing on it.
I don't think that's possible for a person to give an animal.
Bretonians fine. Life finds a way.
Yeah, can I do a blessing?
Oh,
on
it's
the
like how
horse?
beastmen are made. Just
Thoughts
Bretonians
that
fucking
raced
horses.
through my mind when you said you didn't give it your STD, did you? It's just like flashes of the most horrible things. So I was like, no.
I mean, but he has more of the lady's power inside him now, so that horse is in trouble. Especially considering it's a male horse.
So what's the thing you're gonna do, Philippe?
I'd like to do a blessing of protection.
Oh, okay.
What?
You gotta use protection.
But if there was anything else better, I would. But it's only blessing of protection is quite a good spell for it.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll cast blessing number 2. Oh, yeah, prayer review.
Prayer
Do I?
refuse.
Oh, damn it! Has it been done yet?
What's wrong, Philippe?
You left this place in the morning at around like 8ish in the morning.
Okay, I've got the thing that I can do to it. The icon.
God,
Okay.
leave the horse
I'm gonna
alone.
touch the horse with the thing and try and cure wounds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just imagine he rolls a bad thing that kills the horse.
3d8 plus 3 hit points.
Yeah.
Plus 3, here we go. 25.
Oh, yeah. 35. That's a lot of health. You use the icon to like religiously heal it. Definitely did something, but you're not too sure what. It's still your mouth still looks a bit feverish.
Okay. We should keep it off his feet and maybe put it on carpets.
Maybe it's a vampire horse now.
Hmm.
Put it on carpet.
No. If it's anything, it'll be a blessed horse. You pay that knowing.
Erwin?
Okay.
Did you explain to the others how you got your horse back?
Kind of. I explained to Alucard. Not really.
No, not really. Like the shade and everything. All right, fine. God
Well,
damn it! I only have one of these. All right, guys. I'm going to pull out a herb, bruise the leaves, put them into the poultice, and do this.
Gesundheit. That's literally German for bless you.
Yeah.
A festering
What,
treatment.
pulpus?
Gesundheit, as everyone knows, means good health in Reichspiel, and such a simple name leads me to believe that the knowledge of this plant is very ancient. The elves call it Legolas? Oh, Leolegas. And in Bretonia, it is known as Huile de Blessure. In the mood, we call it Heal All. I like the mood, they keep it simple.
Yeah.
It is a very simple herb to use. Simply bruise the leaves to release their sap and create a poultice. There are some who like to add various other healing herbs according to the nature of the wound or the source of the infection, but I have never found this necessary. Okay.
I've already got one of these. There it goes. Boop.
how much was it?
It doesn't matter.
If you find any more, I'll pay anything. For
Keep
you.
your eye out for herbs. You know I'm always on the lookout.
Okay.
This finds a bunch of weed.
And now that I can talk
That's
about
why
it,
nothing grows in this land. He's sucking out all the nutrients to grow his dank kush.
Ah, the monster. And
Yeah,
he ain't
that's
sharing.
right. Yeah, just him and Snoop Dogg up in there. What can you talk about now?
since now I can talk more about my house, my land that I'm gonna get. I'd like to build a house for you
For me,
and maybe an orphanage named after your sister.
that would be nice.
Are we just out here just making orphanages?
No, I'm rubbing up a freaking poultice onto the horse.
And maybe I can get one
Oh,
built in the
Spain.
father's land.
So the Gesundheit, when you apply
Oh,
it,
bless you.
it can do an average plus 20 endurance test, with each success level reducing the duration of festering wound, disease. But it rolled shits on its toughness test, success
Yeah.
level of -5.
Yeah.
Can I use one of my fortunes for it?
You want to sacrifice your fortune to have the horse reroll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me just actually go to my fortunes. Actually,
Yeah,
put it
make sure
down.
to actually like use it.
Yeah. Now I'm on
Am
2.
I done Am I done mopping yet?
Yeah.
I like it. I like how it started off with, "Are you going to help these people clean this up?" And all of them are fucked off to
Nice.
the kitchen, and I finished the fucking job.
Yeah.
Done it all myself.
Yeah, you did it all by yourself. One of the older sons will like come down and it's like, "Oh, good job, you cleaned it all. I thought it would take longer. You need to take a break. You need a sandwich or something. We were just about to have a slice of bread."
I mean, yeah, I could have a sandwich. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm pretty sure I'm done. Is there anything I missed, or?
Well, it looks pretty well done to me. You're in luck. The Striggery that were here earlier, they brought with them some pork. When they were traveling, we got some meat for our bread now.
Oh, hell yeah. I love pork.
Salted pork.
Dog pork.
+2 success level. Yeah, you join them in the kitchen. They're all just there, like eating. They're pretty serious folk. They don't like joke around or make light of the situation as they're eating. It's a pretty like sullen affair, I guess.
I guess the priest has got the amulet, so I'd probably say, is that the amulet that you guys were going to tell us about that we were supposed to go, that you were going to help us find, is what the priest is wearing now, or is there another one?
You found the holy symbol of Ravenkind?
I think so.
Oh, as the name implies, it is the holy symbol of our kind. Yeah. It is very important to us and people like us.
I mean, it stops vampires. Does it stop you guys as well, or just vampires?
It has many powers.
Oh. Such as?
We've never been able to actually use it. We just kept it safe. But it is indeed rumored to be able to hold vampires. And some say it can even turn undead.
Ah. Make sure I write this down.
There are also people saying that they've seen it like glow as bright as the sun itself. But I have not witnessed this miracle myself.
Okay. Can turn undead.
I believe I believe we agreed you're allowed to keep the religious icon as long as you use it to in your pursuit to free these lands.
Wait, what? Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was the rule.
Well, I wish you good luck. Many adventurers have tried.
Yeah, well, we saw a few at the castle.
Oh, how did they fare?
They're what will happen if we lose the game, pretty much.
Oh. They slide you like a wooden plate with like a slice of bread and some pork on it.
Oh, hell yeah, thank you. Trying to think of like what other question. I think I already asked them about like their family gift, like how long they've had it, have they always had it, and all that. Like I'd just be asking more about that. And do they know of any other like creatures?
This is not the time to be discussing these things. And he kind of like side eyes the married in.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they were here because there ain't no token. Sorry, I forgot. Well, obviously
you don't see them.
I see him now, but I just saw it, just the one of them. But yeah, obviously I wouldn't speak about that if there's the other people
He's
here.
like X-Day on the Raven-Day.
But no, I'll just say about the amulet and yeah. Me, Alucard, and Philip are probably gonna go check out a tower a mile away. But we will be back. Obviously, we'll leave the priest and Peter here, but we should be back.
Here, carry some meat, and he hands you a bit more of the pork. Take it to your friends. They must be quite hungry as well.
Just eat it in front of them. Just eat it all. Like,
Yeah.
but no, I'll make sure to give them some.
Well, we've got work to do to get this vineyard back up and running. So we'll excuse ourselves. Good luck on your travels. You said you were heading towards the tower?
Yeah, there was a big old tower that we went past coming here. We was just curious to.
Oh, dangerous place that.
Well, now you said that makes me want to go there even more. I mean, there's
Take
no
this
place
pork.
is
It's dangerous to go alone.
But yeah. I mean,
It's okay. You've got 2 Alucards on your team.
yeah. The Strigony, are they going back to the town where your son is? Do you know?
I do not know. They said that they were from a traveling group of Strigony. They did not mention where their camp currently is.
I will ask them. Are you going back to the city?
Us, eventually, once the wine starts flowing again, we'll start making our regular deliveries again.
Maybe it might be a smart idea to just give them a letter to your son. You know, just to trying to heal the wound.
We deliver wine at 3 locations: at the town of Valaki, at my son's bar, at the Strigony camp outside of Valaki. We do it for free. We do not offer any money for our delivery services.
That's very generous of you.
Yes.
As I just think, what else? Is there anything else I really want to know? But my
We
brain is
also,
not working right now because of the lack of blood.
We also delivered directly to the burgomaster of Kresk.
Oh.
If you're still around when the wine starts flowing again, we could use some able people to keep the delivery wagons safe as they are doing their deliveries.
I'd have to talk to the leader of the group, but sure.
Oh, you're not the one in charge?
As the leader?
No, I'm just
I
a
just
pretty
thought with-
face.
Yes, with being so attractive and all that.
Yeah. No, the one wearing the armor made out of teeth is the
But
leader.
that's what the armor is made out of? I was wondering, but I dared not to ask.
Yeah, we came across like a giant like whale fish thing, and yeah, he ripped out the teeth and made armor out of it.
Oh my, you've seen quite a many things.
Yeah. As I just have flashbacks of like mostly demons.
Turns
Seen
into
many.
a Slaanesh demon right in front
Yeah,
of them.
I start changing a little bit, but then I start hitting my head and I turn back like, sorry.
What is
Oh
this,
my-
Dragon Ball? Everybody's transforming.
God, just imagine I wanted to transform into a were creature, I just turned into a transvestite. Perfect.
Perfect cell. Perfect cool.
Yeah. Well, I better go speak to the others. Thank you for the sandwich. And I'll give them some of the meat. Like I said, we're gonna check it out. Hopefully, won't be too long. You know, unless we die. But yeah, we leave Peter and the priest in your capable hands. Unless he's here next session and gets teleported to us. Well, thank you. Do. I don't know how to finish that conversation, so that's why I went do.
Oh, well, good travels.
Fuck's sake, there are windows in here. How the fuck do I get out?
But yeah, you're all getting ready to depart. Conan comes downstairs with like a handful of like strips
Pocket
of
bacon.
pork meat, yeah, bacon, dried meat.
Oh,
There's like a pig's nose in there.
I give it all to Alucard.
No. I get the pig's nose to Philippe.
I give the pig nose to my horse.
I'm sorry, you feeding
Any more meat?
pig? I'm sorry, you feeding meat to your horse?
Is your horse cannibalistic?
Is your horse a carnivore?
Eats anything. Even humans.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna look at the horse's teeth.
Oh,
It's
God,
just like
put it down.
super sharp.
I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth. It seems.
Nah, I'm not gonna give him the pig.
Oh,
I'm
Philip,
Honestly, I
I've got
don't
some-
know. I've never thought about it. I don't know if horses can eat meat. They don't tend to, but I don't know if they like.
They don't. They just eat plants. They
Yeah.
are herbivores.
I know that they are herbivores, but a herbivore can still eat meat.
It'll probably kill him.
Not necessarily.
What
They're
do you
like,
mean? They're supposed to eat like plants and shit. They eat meat. It will poison them.
But don't
It depends on
pigs
their
eat-
digestive system and stuff like that. Like some herbivores can digest meat. They're just like they're not made for like eating it. Just because you're not made to do something doesn't mean that you can do it. Like humans are not made for a lot of things, but we still do it.
Well,
Yeah,
if
but is
it's
a horse going to eat a fucking pig's nose?
Like
I'm
if
not
you give
gonna
a
feed
dog,
the horse the pig
if
nose.
you give a dog something that it's not supposed to eat, there's still a chance he's gonna eat it.
Yeah, but
I mean,
horses
yeah,
are a
but
bit
dogs
different.
are fucking. Yeah, it's a different story.
He's also a trained thing.
Like just
It's up to you, Chris. You're the fucking
I
horse.
feel like I've seen horses eat meat in real life, but I'm not 100%.
They can't
sure.
eat meat, but they're not supposed to know. It's like dogs and chocolate. It makes them very sick.
God, it's like the whole like,
It's like
mad cow
they won't eat
disease
an animal.
thing.
But like, I don't know. You have a burger in front of it, it might take a chomp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up now.
Out of curiosity.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm not a horse guy. I honestly don't know. I just it's very interesting.
I'm gonna hand the pig nose back to Alucard and ask for some more meat.
Are you going to give it to him?
To the horse? No,
Oh. And then
I want to eat.
And I slowly insert a sausage into his mouth.
Womp, 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 womp.
Okay.
Through the
I guess the thing didn't pick up.
No.
I tried doing the sausage thing for that video.
Okay, I've looked at it,
Mhm.
and they do not eat meat. It says
Mhm.
there may be cases where they have
Yeah, that's
eaten
what I'm
meat,
saying.
but this would be
Mhm.
not the norm. Like,
Yeah,
this should be
they might
an
take a jump out of your burger, but they won't.
irregularity.
Yeah, but it's not gonna kill a horse. Like if a horse takes a bite out of a burger, it's not gonna immediately die.
It'd
No,
probably give it
it'd
like
probably give it a
bad
six.
stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd probably give
If
it bad.
anything, it'll like gag it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If it carried on eating it, it'd probably die after
Yeah.
a while.
Like chocolate and a dog, it can eat a bit, but if it eats a lot, it'll probably die.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
But horses are
Comments.
big animals who would probably
Yeah.
have to eat a huge amount.
You watch just like comments in the link below.
But yeah, on
horses
that note,
eat meat.
we'll do the tower tomorrow then, when
Okay.
Destructore's
cocktease.
here as well.
Well, we're not doing the D&D tomorrow then.
No, Sunday.
Sunday.
Because I gotta go to open up the shop on Monday, so we can't do much time on Sunday. There'll be more time to play on Saturday because we're gonna play earlier tomorrow. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or attempt to anyway. We'll probably sit there for an hour and start on
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna take your mount with you, Philip, or are you leaving it here at the vineyard?
I'm gonna leave
No,
it
the
here.
eyes leaving it.
Yeah, I was gonna
it's
say,
just, you know, we're going to a
leave the
tower. It's not
fucking
gonna
horse
come in
here.
anyway. Yeah.
I was gonna leave it here anyway.
Yeah, we're going to a tower. That's all. My
Yeah.
suggestion is, like, it's not like
Yeah.
we can get inside with the poor thing.
Just to make sure that you're like not riding on your horse or anything when going to the tower.
Down the old town road.
So, Gris, how much sweet nectar do we get?
75 as well for everyone. That is the session RP.
I have a numb ass.
Namas.
Yeah, a numb ass.
Namaste.
I've stayed in this chair for far too fucking long and my ass has gone numb.
Nice.
Did you like that, Chris?
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, good. I have my moments. I might be dyslexic, stupid, and many other things, but I can say I went up to. I just kicked me bottle with me fucking bad tie.
You're a treasure.
Oh, that made me feel sick. Fucking hell.
Fine, I won't say anything good about you anymore.
No, not you. Oh god.
Oh.
Like I said, I just kicked my bottle with my covered up toe with the stitches in it, so it just put a
You
shot through
tried
my
sucking
body.
it?
Well, it's got bandages around it.
Yeah.
Oh, you sucked my toe. Oh,
Undo
that's
the
not fair.
bandages. Suck the stitches.
I can't end end the game. I can't. They have to stay on for at least 48 hours, and then I'm allowed to actually wash them. Dirty feet. Do I ever get to improve evaluate? Because I've got it. No.
Does it have a plus?
No.
Must have been your racial thing instead of your class. Like you get some human starting skills depending on where you're from.
I think I might have chose it because it was came up last one that no one could evaluate anything.
Oh yeah, you got it with an endeavor. That is also possible. We've done so much. It all bundles together.
Do I want to spend my experience on anything?
No.
Maybe to become more menacing.
I'm just waiting for a sweet roleplay experience 200. Here it comes.
Learn to disarm even better than before. If you come at me
I
with
think I'll
your
just save it.
come
Yeah,
at me
yeah.
with your sword.
75 is all for now, the experience.
Yeah.
Did a lot of talking
Cheapskate.
and stuff, which is worthy of a roleplay, but I'll add it up to the next one when you're at the tower.
Yeah, I'll also let the guys know. Yeah, look around, make sure that it's only us. Crow Daddy said that the tower's dangerous to go alone, so take the pocket bacon.
No, we're not going alone anyway.
Oh, right, because Sigmar's watching us. Got you.
No, he isn't.
Three of
You said
us.
it was incredibly difficult to speak to the gods in this land.
He's kind of like, if anything, he's squinting if he's watching. Like he's barely watching.
He's an old man. He needs to squint to try and see us.
Give him your reading glasses.
He's like holding his hands in front of his eyes, but he's kind of looking through the fingers a little bit.
In the binoculars of that. I'll buy some Sigmar, some speculative. Wait a minute, what am